We're live. It is a fun afternoon for quests.
Oh, fuck, we live?
We live.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
You should have told me. I would have put pants on first.
Oh, you would have put pants on? Or would have you just kept the mystery perpetuating?
True. No one can see what's under my desk.
No one.
Just like Ron Burgundy.
The fucking ghouls and goblins like fucking heart boxers. Jake, for a whole year. Thank you, buddy. Time for more Camelot. The first quest in the Camelot quest line. Fixing Merlin shit.
That's normally the case.
King Arthur. How you doing? Welcome to my court. I am King Arthur. I'm gonna become a knight of the round table. Well, in that case, I think you need to go on a quest to prove yourself worthy. My knights all appreciate a good quest. Unfortunately, our current quest is to rescue Merlin. Back on Terragard, he got himself trapped in some sort of magical crystal. We moved him from the Anakin cave we found him in, and now he's upstairs in his tower. I'll see what I can do then. Talk to my knights if you need any help. Well, thank you very much. I will go look at Merlin. I will ogle upon him. He's in a crystal. Yep, he's still there. In his Pokeball.
Pokeball Merlin.
Punished Merlin.
He's not having a great time in the Pokeball.
No, no one is. So now we'll go ask around. Sir Tristram!
Yes?
All right.
Every fucking time. It's even funnier when Midnight's talking about fate, and I just tell him to go fuck himself.
Hail Arthur, King of the Britons. Hello? Do you know much about breaking magical crystals? Funnily enough, absolutely nothing. Alright, goodbye.
Nope. Bye now.
Oh, God, no. Greetings to the court of King Arthur. Any suggestions on freeing Merlin? My best guess would be some sort of magic. Unfortunately, Merlin is our magic expert. And,
Shit.
well, you know.
Bit of a damper on things when the guy who's an expert at magic is the only one who can solve the problem created by magic.
Create Morse
He's
code.
stuck.
Wiggle! We'll count the wiggles and translate them. Merlin's in a crystal. Little help, Sir Bedivere? That's what we're hoping from you, adventurer. Okay. How about you, Sir Lancelot? I want to get Merlin out of the crystal. Well, if a knight of the round table can't manage it, I can't see how a commoner like you could succeed where we failed. Alright. Alright. So what if my credit score's shit? So
You
what?
don't need credit. You don't need credit in Camelot. That's what makes it paradise.
Credit a lot.
Credit a lot. God. I have so much credit you wouldn't believe.
I am lousy with credit. I am bloated with credit.
Seriously, look at how lousy my credit is.
My ever-increasing credit card debt just keeps the guillotine from my neck just another day. I'm serious, it's becoming a problem. want me. Well, Sir Palamedes, I'd like some advice on breaking that crystal Merlin's trapped in. Okay, he doesn't know anything. So, Lucan, is this a freed Merlin? I've tried all the weapons I can find, yet none are powerful enough to break his crystal prison. Perhaps the mighty Excalibur would be strong enough. Excalibur, huh? Where'd I find that? The Lady of a Lake is looking after it, I believe, but I know not where she resides currently. Thanks. I'll try and find someone who does. Sir Gawain! Any ideas how to get Merlin out of the crystal? Nah, you don't know?
You know, not the most help from these knights.
They have no idea how to get him out of a crystal. They're like, I'll beat it with the maul. Nope, that didn't work. Out of options.
Good idea, Gawain. Back to the drawing board. Sir Credalot.
Sir Credalot. Legends say his blade slashes the credit score of his foes. Just call free credit report. If they say it's free, but you get charged out the ass. One of my friends literally found that out the hard way.
Oh, Christ. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen is what that is.
Dude, it's so funny, too, because he was just like, I'm being charged for the free credit report, and he was just like, I called them to specifically get out of this situation.
It's called a free credit report. Why the fuck's there an asterisk on the word free? Fuck you.
Because it's the American way.
No goddamn sense.
You know what the fun thing is about Sir Tristram, by the way?
Hmm?
He's also wearing a full helmet where we can't see his face. If we know the Mal lore, we know it well. Alright, well, I asked all the knights, I think. Don't mind me, we're just gonna... just type this up real fast. Do you know how Merlin got trapped? I would guess this is the work of the evil Morgan Le Fay. And where could I find her? She lives in her stronghold to the south of here, guarded by some renegade knights led by Sir Mordred. And any idea how to get into Morgan Le Fay's stronghold? Nah, you got me stumped there. Oh, Sir Lancelot! Maybe. Any ideas how to get into Morgan Le Fay's stronghold? The stronghold is built in a strong defensive position. It's on a big rock sticking out into the sea. Only two ways in that I know of: a large heavy front doors and the sea entrance, only penetrable by boat. They take all their deliveries by boat. I understand. To Catherby!
I feel like that's a very inconvenient place to live.
They're evil. They're not comfortable.
It sounds like something the Flash would say.
It really does.
Like, aren't you gonna wash your hands? No! Because I'm evil! Even the fucking gorilla was washing his hands.
Right? Is that your ship? Yes, I use it to make deliveries to my customers up and down the coast. These crates here are all ready for my next trip. Delivered to the fort just down the coast? Yes, I do have orders delivered within a time. I think I may have some bits and pieces when I leave here next, actually. Let's see. You worried about supplying evil knights? Yeah, you gotta take business where you can find it these days. I haven't to supply him, someone else would. Yeah, that's very fair. I don't care if they're evil. I care about my bills. Action bills. Ah, there we go. There's the crate. Let's hide inside the crate. You climb inside the crate and wait.
The waiting crate.
You wait. And wait. Wait. Your voice outside the crate. Is this your crate, Arhan? Yeah, I think so. Pack it aboard as soon as you can. I'm on a tight schedule for deliveries. Oh, wow, this is pretty heavy. I never knew candles weighed so much. Quit your whining and stow it in the hold. Feel the crate being put down inside the ship. You wait and wait. Casting off! Feel the ship start to move. Feels like you're not out at sea. Ship comes to a stop. Unload more deliveries onto the jetty. Aye, aye, Captain. Feel the crate being lifted. And there's someone mumbling outside the crate. Stupid Arhan, making me... Candles never weigh this much. Turds union about this. If my ship would be different, stupid Arhan. You climb out of the crate. Aha! What hold, renegade knights? What ho! You dare to invade my stronghold? Have at thee, knave. Okay. Just one boot up against the table. Tell me how to untrap Merlin, and I might. You've guessed correctly that I'm responsible for that. Yeah, all the knights are just like, yeah, it's that bitch Morgan. We all know. I suppose I can live that fool Merlin being loose for the sake of my son. Setting him free won't be easy, though. We need to find a magic symbol as close to the crystal as you can find. You'll then need to drop some bat's bones on the magic symbol holding a lit black candle. As to summon a mighty spirit named Thrantax. You'll need to bind him with magic words. You will need the sword Excalibur, with which the spell was bound in order to shatter the crystal. Okay.
Wasn't one of the knights that suggested Excalibur?
Yeah. And they're just like,
right.
where is Excalibur? I have no idea. But if we had it...
It'd be very useful if we did.
We're gonna find Excalibur. Lady of the Lake has it. Oh no, she'll give it to you though. She'd be rather temperamental. So, what are the magic words? You'll find the magic words at the base of one of the Chaos Altars. Which Chaos Altar? I can't remember. Sure. I'll go do all that. Took all my effort not to go ahead and just ram Mordred's head into the wall again.
Also, it's real funny. I always thought knave meant peasant, but I just looked it up. A dishonest or unscrupulous man. Mordred is calling you dishonest.
That's why I got folded super hard. I hit him with my greatsword and he made like a greater than symbol. Look,
Really one of those pot calling the kettle black situations, huh?
Look, the truest way to use a greatsword is by holding it like a baseball bat. This is just a heavier baseball bat. You been interested in my fine candles? Do you have any black candles? Black candles? In the candle making trade, of a tradition that's very bad luck to make black candles. Very bad luck. I'll pay good money for one. I still don't know. Tell you what, I'll spy you a black candle, if you can bring me a bucket full of wax. Yeah, that sounds fair. Open the gate. I would like... There we go. The beard wax.
Ah.
There we go. Sweet, sweet wax. Hey, how you doing? You got any wax yet? Have some now. Fucking sweet! You know, he had that so quickly, I think he has a box of black candles. I think he just wanted more supplies for on the cheap.
Either or.
I guess so. Alright, well. We gotta go to a Chaos Altar. Taveric! To the only Chaos Altar I know! I don't know which Chaos Altar it is. Which lady? I played this game since, like, last year. And I'll tell you what. I can only count on my hand, like, 2? 3? And I know you didn't go to the one in the wilderness.
So it's not a lot of them.
Not a whole lot. Morgan, once again, you're giving me a lot of bullshit.
As you do.
Snarthrin, Kandric, Termanto. Alright. Those are some real dork words. Alright, let's see. And now we have to go to Taverley. You could always use the pig. That's right, give him the pig.
Pig.
Oh, man. Yeah, that pig quest was horrifyingly stupid. I loved it. The Lady of the Lake. I seek for Sword Excalibur. I have that artifact in my possession. 'Tis very valuable, not an artifact to be given away lightly. I'd want to give it away only to one who's worthy and good. And how am I meant to prove that? I shall set a test for you. First need to return to Port Serene, then go to the upstairs room of the jeweler's shop there. That seems easy enough. To Port Serene! Take me away, Santa! Away we go! My favorite part about that animation is that he grabs Rudolph's antlers like motorcycle handlebars.
Wouldn't you?
I totally would. That's not even a point of contention. You know goddamn well I would.
Yeah.
Please, kind sir, my family and I are starving. Could you find in your heart to spare me a simple loaf of bread? Yes. Thank you very much. Well done, you passed my test. Here's Excalibur. Here, fetch! Now back over to the Camelot. And the spell was set up in a place we'll never notice. A gazebo. No knight goes into a gazebo.
Why do they have a need for a gazebo?
Why did they build it? Why is it so close to the fucking castle?
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? A mighty spirit appears. Just, yeah, there he is.
Right there.
What are those magic words again? It was Termanto. Snarthon, Cantric, Termanto. Gah! Thou hast me in thine control, so that I mayst return whence I came. I must grant thee a boon. What dost thou wish of me? I wish to free Merlin from his giant crystal. Gah! Sure, it's done. You can shatter the crystal with the sword, and I can go. All right, goodbye. We done here? Please, God, tell me we're done here.
And just like that, he's gone.
And now we can shatter the sword. Of the mighty sword Excalibur.
Another tale in the adventures of Sir Rabbit.
Another one crushed down to dust. With the audiobook narration ran by Mal's cat. Could you imagine that in an audiobook if it's just your cat for 3 hours?
Fucking meowing.
Thank you. It's not fun being trapped in a giant crystal. Go speak to King Arthur. I'm sure he'll reward you. He just yells down the ladder. At least he fucking better! I freed Merlin from his crystal. Ah, good job, well done. I dubbed thee a Knight of the Round Table. You are now an honorary knight. Hell yeah! That's another one. What's this one? Ah, yes, the Barbarian Outpost Agility Course for my favorite bar crawl. Now, the most important question. Do I have a games necklace? And if not, why? I don't! Unholy and unacceptable.
The worst possible event has happened.
Exactly. Well, I guess that's it. Just cock the fucking 38. I guess that's all she wrote. Where's my water rune? There's my water rune. Now to the handy dandy Earther. We'll make a games necklace and teleport over to the agility course. Why is that? Because I'm be real, I can't fucking remember where the hell this is.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere. I know games necklace brings you to it, so. Guy's getting ashes. Sapphire necklace. Hot damn! Alright, now where are we taking? Barbarian outpost. Husha! Now to remember where the fuck this is. Right! Right. It's behind the tree gnome place. That's right. That's right. This is where you do barbarian assault and all that other fun stuff. Wonder if anyone does barbarian assault in RuneScape 3. If not, and I have to grab things out of there, I can't wait to rope around, counts on finger, 4 other people into my personal hell. I mean, ask them.
Wonderful.
You do it at level 1, I don't care. Can you grab a thing off the floor? You're exactly the man I'm looking for. I want to come through this gate. Barbarians only. You barbarian? Don't look like one. This would be deceiving. I am in fact barbarian. If you're a barbarian, we need to be able to. If you're a barbarian, you need to be able to drink like one. You barbarians like a good drink. I have the perfect challenge for you: the Alfred Grimhand Bar Crawl. First completed by Alfred Grimhand. Take that card to each of the bars named on it. The bartenders know what it means. We're kind of well known. They'll give you the strongest drink and sign your card. When you've done all that, we'll be happy to let you in. Alright. Well, the closest one is to the gnomes. So let's go to the gnomes. Ah, yes, the gnomes.
The genomes.
Ah, yes. Oh, I gotta go ahead and complete a certain quest for that, huh? Okay. A quest in art? Well, fine, I'll just work to Eagle's Peak. Unless I can gauge how, Yeah, no, that'd be a pain in the ass to walk, actually. Well, we're doing this. Can I climb over this stile? Am I cool enough to enter the village this way? Nope!
Damn.
Level 61 agility. Let's see. Oh shit. Butterflies. Hold on a minute. I get to go jellyfishing. Where the fuck is this? Oh, where the fuck is this one up at? No, not there. Oh my god. Oh, just south of me. Cool. Jellyfishing, jellyfishing, jellyfishing.
Do you like jellyfishing?
I do. I actually really like jellyfish. They're one of my favorite creatures. Deep sea jellyfish are my favorites.
Ah, yes, the living trash bags.
No, they're so cool. They're bioluminescent. They have like these like they basically they have their own LEDs built into them. They're amazing. They ripple with every color. They ripple with every color known to man, and possibly some ones we can't even perceive.
Those are the scary ones.
Butterfly. Butterflies. I like butterflies. Butterflies are cool. My favorite animals when I was a kid was every animal that would have got you shoved into a locker as a boy in the 90s. Like, I liked horses, I liked bunnies, I liked butterflies.
What are you, gay? Into the locker with you.
And you couldn't back down from a fight because it was 1993 and saying no was a feminine thing.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Only women say no.
It was the social climb, honestly. Look, the only thing I want out of the 90s is rollerblades and push pops again. Everything else is fucked up, okay? Like, maybe I want my Walkman, some cassette tapes, my trappers. Yeah, trapper keepers are fucking awesome.
It's just a fancy binder.
Yeah, I like the fractal art. It was great for an ADHD kid to stare at the shapes. Yeah, but it's just funny to think about, like, and then I say these things in like 2024 and people are like, yeah, of course, those are great things to go ahead and be interested in. I'm just like, yes! But I had to be like, I like butterflies and get just run away. Just run for your life.
I don't think you understood how school acted 20 odd years ago, friend. It is a completely different world.
God, it is. Butterflies are nice. My favorite moth is probably the Luna moth with a with the poodle moth being a very close second.
Moth.
I like those. I like bunnies, horses, flowers.
Every effeminate thing you could possibly think of, you were just into.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Maybe you didn't get shoved in locker so much because you were also a giant.
No, I was smaller than Yugi until I graduated.
Damn.
And then when I got my diploma, it was like grabbing the super mushroom, and it was just like, I woke up. It was so great, because like, I looked down, I was like, none of my pants really fit well, and my dad looked over and was like, And I remember he was like, hand me a pair of your pants real quick, and I was like, yeah. And he's just working, right? He's just working out in the, garage. He's got like the bandsaw just going, with the lumber. I'll never forget it. Throws my pants onto his thing of wood and goes, Veep! And just fucking just hands it back to me and goes, shorts. And I go, that'll work. In about a week, got some new pants.
That'll do.
Fucking love my dad. He's just like, what's the lowest amount of, what's the quickest solution to solve this problem? My pants don't fit. Okay, is it the waist or the leg? The leg. Gotcha, hand me it. There you go. I'll never fucking
That'll
forget
do.
it. I was bewildered, him handing me back these shorts.
Just shredded pants.
I'll never forget, it was like my senior year and I was wearing these fucking jeans and they're just like, yeah, you got really fucking big. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And he was like, oh shit, were those your old pants? I'm like, yeah. He goes, and my friend's just like, you look like you hulked the fuck out. Like with the fucking cut off shorts and the fucking, and I was just wearing like a cut off, and I was just wearing like a fucking sleeveless shirt too, because it was hot as fuck. So I literally looked like you won't like me when I'm angry. Dot 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 dot. All right, so Eagle speak. What would he have done if it was the waist that didn't fit? I shudder to think. But knowing my father, he had a solution.
I feel like he'd have used the same tool.
Oh yeah, in some way, like.
How do I use this? I know, the square hole. What's the problem? The square hole.
You
Pants
know,
won't fit. Square hole.
I know exactly what went through his head too. He goes, "Oh, my son's pants are too short. If only there's some way." Wait a second. I got the circular saw I'm using to go ahead and cut these 2x4s. Perhaps if I were to put the pants on top of the 2x4 I was cutting, and then go ahead and just slam it down.
Delightfully devilish of you, Rabbit Dad. Yes, cat.
I was Yeah, I just remember just being bewildered, him just slapping me with these shorts, and then he looked at me and was just like, "Well, throw them on, you're gonna miss the bus." I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right."
Clearly the thing to do with this situation.
I think that Rabbit's dad, for his other person is Rabbit's dad, for the "Hey, Mr. Rabbit" was even anything. Oh, it's actually pretty fucking funny, actually, now that I think about it. Who knows, man? My dad does. I wouldn't put it past him. My dad's a weird bird. I love shooting the shit with my dad.
The solution to many life's problems: uncut lumber, bandsaw. Pants don't fit. Bandsaw. Invasive pigs digging up your lawn? Bandsaw.
I'll never forget, I was like 5, 6 years old maybe, and like, there's this groundhog in the rose bushes again, and he was like, and it was like 7 in the morning, right? And he was just like, I know how to fix that problem. And my mom's like, all right, yeah, that's good. And so, like, my dad, in like 10 minutes, comes out with the full-size fucking Remington, like the Resident Evil 2, like the PS1, you know, the PS2, the PS1 RE2, fully sized shotgun.
What the fuck?
My dad has that. He used it to hunt.
Jesus Christ.
And so he takes that, and like my mom's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And my dad's like, "Taking care of the groundhog." And they're yelling back and forth. So you see in the backyard a man with his arms out going, "I'm solving this," and he's holding like shotgun Excalibur. And my mom just holding me and just going, "What in the fuck?"
You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies.
I saw that. It's so funny. I saw that. You motherfuckers are gonna. I saw my dad. I didn't even see Patrick Stewart. I saw my dad. My dad would. My dad would.
He sounds like it.
We had a problem with wild dogs one time when I was a kid. Wild dogs throughout the fucking area. Just these feral animals, right? And, like, me and my dad were looking for, dandelion greens. And, we were foraging, and I found a lot. I look up, and there's this big fucking, dog. And it was not one that I could make chill out. This dog was like a CR1 monster. And my dad casually looks over, takes his foot, scoots me backwards, and pulls out, I don't know where he had it, he pulls out like like the largest Bowie knife I've ever seen. My dad pulls out a short sword, basically, and squares up against this wild dog.
Christ.
Fucking Christ. I remember those dandelion greens, though. They were really good. You come to the best stop on your list. I'll give you my famous Fire Toad Blast. Cost you 10 coins. Do you have a Brock Samson on his face when you took out the knife? I only saw the back of him, but I saw him twirl the fucking blade and then white knuckle grip it and get into a stance at this dog. What am I gonna do? I'm 9! The most I know of combat is the bigger the stick, the more damage it does. Thanks, Lufia! What He-Man world did your dad get isekai'd from? Not He-Man, Conan. Totally yeah. Conan. Like... I still have the only remaining of my dad's lithographs he has with Conan the Barbarian art. Fucking
sick.
Oh my god, yeah. My dad made it himself with a bit of an old comic book and whatnot. So fucking cool. The dog took a look at my dad and decided it wasn't worth it and went back. Could you imagine if he did? I would have heard my dad say, "For Crom!" and then just fucking like charge into the fucking dire wolf.
Just hear him howl louder than the dog.
Right? Come back, my sister with her hands on his hips, just me with the sniffles, and then just my dad just slapping a dead wolf onto the ground.
No, it comes back. No, Rabbit, it's just like the scene in the movie when Conan was chased by the dogs. In the next scene, he was wearing the dogs.
If there's any person, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
To which your mom would probably say, "What the fuck happened to you today?"
You were just supposed to take the boy to go forage for greens! What the fuck is this? The Super Grog. You think you see 2 bartenders signing 2 bar crawl cards. Hot damn. Alright. Let's go to... Oh, Moosa Point. Yeah. Go over here. No, it wasn't the neighbor's dog. The neighbor's dog would know better.
It was adopted dog day at the butcher's. What the fuck?
Yeah, my dad was like Conan Barbarian. I myself, with my Nerf bow, I was the unseen shadow of the Nerf fights in the 90s. Dude, it was so great! I remember going to this little euchre thing in a church, right? And got a bunch of fabric. I made like a robe and shit for it. And I made this fucking bracer. And, dude, I did not know it was like, you know, period, like, cosplay to learn about Jesus and shit. All I remember was like, I look like some dude out of Conan, and that's fucking awesome. I was like
yeah.
6 or 7. But like, part of that robe, it tore, so I tore it the whole way, and it was a dark color, and I turned it into a cloak. So I was literally just like a 7-year-old Robin Hood with a Nerf bow, just blasting out people from the shadows in the woods.
Fantastic. Fuck them kids.
And then I realized when I took out one kid, I spun over, grabbed her gun, and shot 2 other people with that gun, and no one said a thing. I went, oh, I can obtain on the field. I didn't know that's what this meant. I just went, I can stir up a bow and then just have more guns as I go along.
This is how guns work.
You had a Nerf bow as a kid? You and your dad are like Kratos and his kid from Dad and Boy. I'm not gonna say that Kratos in the first God of War game with Dad and Boy looked like my dad when I was a kid. But also, entirely yes. I had the bow and he had the axe. Nerf axe? A Nerf axe wasn't a thing when I was a kid, and thank God it wasn't, because I knew it would have been 4 days before my dad was like, let me teach you how to throw that.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad! Oh, we're in the wrong place. We need to go over here. And you try some of my fine wines and spirits? I'll brew locally in Karamja. We're wanting some 8-bite liquor then. Yes, 8-bite. 8-bite. That was lovely. That was fucking good. I did one brawl crawl about 10 years ago in which I thanked the dude running it like halfway through, and he was like, oh, you're leaving? I'm like, I can't do the rest of this. And he's like, why? I'm like, I will die. And I left.
You know, that's a good reason.
I don't want to be this guy or fuddy-duddy, but I will assure you, I will just be like, oh, look, a gutter, and pfft, right in the side of it.
Ho, ho, ho. You know, if it weren't for RuneScape, I'd question why Santa Claus is here.
He's a fey creature.
Yeah?
Nero, thank you for subscribing for 77 months. Give it up for month 77. Say what I've heard today. I wouldn't be shocked if your dad could kill a bear for Nerf X. I learned to love the outdoors and whatnot after I graduated. As a kid, I hated it. I hated it, and I hated fishing and everything. Now I love it. I love it all to death. And I get what my dad was trying to show me about the outdoors. But I'll never forget walking with him, and I was like, son of a bitch, no batteries for my Game Boy or mosquitoes. Tons of mosquitoes. And my dad was like, oh, we need a walking stick. He just reaches up, snaps a branch from a fucking tree, hefts it, and goes, that'll do. And goes,
that'll do.
Like, what?
He looted the tree.
Like, as we're walking.
Yeah.
And then, as we're walking, he snaps it in half, hands me it, and it's the perfect size for me.
Here you are, boy.
And anywho, hello there. I'm doing the bar crawl. You look skinny for that. Just give me whatever I need to drink here. 1 black skull ale coming up. 8 coins, please. Your vision blurs. The bartender signs your card. Hot damn. Your old bear reminds me a lot of my grandfather. Look, animals don't freak out around me. I think at this point, if my dad went out in the forest, he would just, like, make a sound, and then a bear would approach, and then he would ride it. Like...
No, that's when he shows you the family horn.
You joke? He probably does! I don't know! I got a lot of his old comic books from the 70s. My old man was a huge fan of Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and Thor.
Hell yeah. Hell, my dad has a shit ton of old Hulk comics.
I love Hulk. Hulk's my favorite.
He has a fuck ton of Batman comics too. Holy shit.
Oh, the Batman.
Yeah.
My dad was also a big fan of the Phantom. The Phantom and the Spirit were also some of my dad's faves. We have our Hand of Death cocktail then. Lots of expensive parts for that cocktail. Yes, give me the Hand of Death. Yes! It also lowers my fishing stat temporarily. That doesn't make sense. Drinking makes you better at fishing. Anybody knows this.
Drinking makes you think you're better at a lot of things.
Do you remember that line from fucking Family Guy? Who's drunk, but the kind of drunk that when you are drunk, you're better at operating machinery? No one says a thing, and then Cleveland's like, I'm that kind of drunk.
Yeah.
My dad trains grizzly bears that act like Pomeranians. God, he does.
Ho, ho,
ho. God, it was so funny, the 90s Nerf fights, too. Because, like, I was the tiniest kid. And with the cloak and whatnot, man, I was like a little halfling archer. I would just, like, pop out from under a bush, take 5 shots, and then just pop back into the bush. And then run through the undergrowth. You'll never catch me. You had a 3-part sniper rifle?
Huh.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
No, none of me or my siblings had any of the big shit. I think, yeah, we didn't have a lot of Nerf stuff. A couple of us had revolvers. But that's about it.
One of my friends when I was a kid, she dual wielded bazookas and shot them while rollerblading.
Huh.
Do you know what it's like? One, kids do not have the best hand-eye coordination. They are not going to shoot a moving target. Secondly, she's just coming down here like Tank Girl, blasting down people with 2 bazookas.
Shit be crazy.
Burying bar crawls caused too much damage to my bar. You're gonna have to pay me 50 gold for the Uncle Humphrey's gut rot. Yes! There we go. Now we go over to the... other bar. That's right. It was part assault rifle, part pistol, full together sniper. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think my nephew had one of those.
I think I know about it too. Favorite Nerf gun has always been the Doomland Judge. Posted a picture of it in the memes channel. Someone made this and said, yes, for small children.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
some crazy
about.
Shit.
Yeah, Nero. Yeah, my nephew had that exact same gun. Hell yeah. Alright.
I'm looking at the picture of the Judge. What the hell is this bullshit?
It's in the memes channel, huh? Alright. What is this? What the fuck?
This is some goofy Looney Tunes bullshit.
That... You see that? That's why I learned to lay low and just take one aimed shot at the kid's head.
It looks like something that you could see in Fallout.
It looks like a weapon from Fallout.
Like, it's like someone looked at an auto shotgun and said, but what if I get it to spin? Reloading that thing must be a fucking nightmare.
Oh no, it was so great. We had a system. Right? We would go ahead and just shoot all kinds of shit. Each team had like 4 toddlers that were just ammo jockeys. That's all they were. They had bags and would gather up darts and would just reload discarded guns and throw them back to the other kids.
Amazing.
We had this whole system, dude. It was so good.
Oh yeah, Nero, I know about that gun. Yeah, I remember that one. I think that... I might have had that one. Yeah, I had that one. The one that you can split up.
I remember that part, like, fucking, like... I remember that part, like, fresh as day, too. Because the little girl with the fucking rollerblades and 2 bazookas, her baby sister would be falling behind her picking up the balls from the children who got stun locked by fucking bazooka ammo.
Nerf has some real dumb shit. I think the one that I'm thinking of right now is called the Rhino, where it's a belt-fed machine gun with a blast screen.
Yeah, I remember that.
What the fuck? Oh, Nerf.
The long shot here is hand down with the best snipers Nerf ever made, period. Oh yeah, absolutely. I never used it. The bow and arrow with a Nerf pistol sidearm was my thing. Let's see. Now where to go? Yaneel. Alright.
Any idea how crazy Nerf has gotten nowadays?
I don't know what modern Nerf guns look like nowadays, but I can only imagine they look even more insane.
Fuck it, they probably have like a web store or website. I'm gonna just look at Nerf right now. Oh, it's Hasbro.
Oh, it's Hasbro now?
Or Hasbro owns Nerf.
Oh.
I thought Nerf was its own thing.
It must have been in the 90s. And then maybe it just got bought or something.
Maybe we just never noticed.
Yeah, it's true. Look, I never looked into it. All I know is that, like, I had a Nerf bow and I went, I can shoot this? Like, that's all I cared about.
I'm looking at the ages 14 and up Nerf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not using darts, it's using foam pellets.
Oh, it's just Gateway Airsoft now.
Yeah, it looks to be the case. And they have shit like TMPs or machine pistols and all that crap.
Jesus Christ.
This one looks like a straight-up shotgun.
But, then again...
Now, this one kind of looks like a SCAR, but it has a top-mounted reservoir like a paintball gun.
That is sick. They made a Nerf Gallarhorn. That's amazing.
It's called Gelfire rounds. It might just be paintballs.
I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, go to Artie.
Oh yeah, and it has semi-auto and full auto, so yep. That, thanks, Nerf.
No, yeah, no. Me if the Nerf bow was great. Why did I get the Nerf bow? Because I liked Final Fantasy and role-playing games. And also, this was probably my mom's idea. It was very easy to find which dart was mine, because they were arrows. No other kid had a Nerf bow. Honestly, kind of smart on my mom's end, to be fair.
Yeah, I just read more into it. It's a gateway into paintball because it is just shooting gel caps.
You think Nerf is trying to create child soldiers? Think. Dude, every kid knew how. I remember seeing this video of these Nerf kids. One of them pinned down a kid with fire. Another kid ran up toward the kid who was doing heavy fire, got pinned down. He took the butt of his rifle and knocked the kid to the floor.
Are there going to be Fallout-flavored Nerf guns? I mean, there could be.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Found a Nerf picture of a fat man. Not surprised. That's really just a big-ass slingshot.
It really is.
Like, it's not a... You'd think a fat man would be something like an RPG, but no, it really is just a fucking slingshot and a rail to launch the nuke. Man, Nerf is fucking crazy, man.
God, when I was on a paintball team though, I was, oh God, you've heard my paintball stories.
Unsure if I have.
One of the quick ones I can tell about was I was holed up in a snowdrift that I built, and I was holed up in there for 3 hours, laying up a shot against the leader of the team. He wouldn't come out, so I shot another person who was getting close to my snowbank. I took his walkie-talkie, I fooled around with it, and then mine until we had the same frequency, and then I threw his in the middle of a field, and then I was talking through it. Eventually, the leader snuck out to go ahead and find out what all the noise was, and then I shot him right between the eyes in his fucking in his mask. Just BAM!
Good.
Yeah, I made a sniper trap.
Yeah, the Nerf guns they sell are kind of wacky now.
Rabbit might be a war criminal in the field of paintball. I was.
Oh ho ho ho. Oh ho, there's no such thing as war criminals. Only if you lose.
And I... I like that one. I don't know what this says about me, but I like that one. What you like?
Only a war criminal if you lose. Make sure you don't.
No, my paintballs. I got like a drum of it on a discount. I got like a drum of like fucking 1,000 paintballs for like $12. They were pink paintballs with pink paint with glitter in it. You knew if I shot you, and also it was incredibly damning for a lot of people to get glitter on them. Shot people with glitter bombs, dude. I remember when I was loading my my bolt rifle with one paintball, firing it, loading in another one, and I remember on a tree. I'll never forget it. I was just by myself in my thoughts, and while I was just shooting them, I was going, magic missile, magic missile. Magic missile. Alright, we got everything on this bar crawl card. So now we go back to the guy, and we tell him we finished the whole thing. There's a Minecraft line of Nerf guns.
Yeah, there was also Fortnite. And a Roblox gun.
That's crazy.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. The best part of my ratchet as fuck paintball rifle I made up with a buddy of mine. It's a hard toss-up because it was pipe with the feed that you know the CO2 cartridges like Scouts what I use for like stock car races and shit like that. Those little CO2. Yeah. You loaded one of those in. You pulled the trigger, pierced the tank, fired all the CO2 to launch that single paintball. The range on that thing was unholy. I was the eye of God with that thing. Now, it's hard to say what the best part of that thing was. What the most wretched part. It might be the stock that was a table leg that was duct taped to the other end of the pipe with foam on it. It might be the hunting scope that I duct taped to the front of it.
Jesus.
I'll never forget that one. I think it was my granddad. He was changing out his hunting scope and whatnot, and I looked over and I was like, "Are you gonna use that hunting scope?" And he's like, "It's a little fucked up, but nah, I wasn't gonna use it. Do you need it?" And I'm like, yeah, I could use that for my paintball." And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And I remember getting it. I think I got it from my granddad. Probably remembering it wrong. I'm old, but dude, it was an Envy scope. It was like you could go ahead and aim through it, hit a button on the side, and it would be night vision.
Oh hell yeah!
So, you know, it was a pipe, some scrap, table leg, and then probably a fucking $600 scope just taped to the front.
Yeah, that'll do. That seems fair and balanced. Fuck them kids.
And then I had a paintball pistol on the side in case anyone got a little bit too close. God, it was fun. There we go. I never learned to read, but it looks like you've drunk plenty. Good. Now we can come on in.
I never learned how to read.
I've never learned to read. Scorpion catcher. Sweet. Well, now we can go into the Barbarian Agility course. Yeah, they have Nerf swords now. That's good. Do I climb this? I climb this. Alright, then what do I do? Oh, the balancing ledge. Of course. Where the balance lives.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Alright. Alright, then I climb over the wall. There we go. That's the Barbarian Agility course. Alright, cool. Alright. Scorpion catcher. That's the next one.
Is it about catching scorpions?
Yes. Oh god, yes. So dinosaur-themed Nerf guns? That's awesome. There's one time when the time ran out in a paintball match because anybody who stepped out, we had such a grasp on the team that anybody who stepped out of their hold would be hosed the fuck down, and anybody who went the opposite direction, I would go ahead and just shoot with my rifle.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, it was this this building, right? And I remember they had these windows, so it was great because he wouldn't go out, and we were gonna go in to get him. So I had this megaphone, and the dude inside would just hear a slap of a paintball up against the window, and then me going, "Psh, Daryl, Daryl, Daryl,
Daryl,
come on out, buddy." I just got to go back to Dick's Sporting Goods and spend $12 on another drum of incredibly bright paintballs for you. Daryl! Alright, so to do Scorpion Catcher, we gotta go over to this tower over Nya. Not there. There.
Over there. Possibly there. But not there.
Oh my god. I tried airsoft one time, but I got shot in the ass, and then my ass stung for like 8 hours after airsoft.
Yeah, that'll happen. It's just very tiny, high-speed plastic pellets.
He shot me in the ass at full auto.
And he's being an asshole.
No, he just got spooked. He just got spooked. And then I just heard, and then my ass went, and I went, oh god! I made a sound like one of the villains in fucking Venture Brothers. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh god! I'm Thormac the Sorcerer. I don't suppose you can be of assistance to me. What assistance do you need? I lost my pet scorpions. They're lesser Caridian scorpions, a very rare breed. I left the cage door open. I don't know where they've gone. There's 3 of them, but they're quick little beasties. We're over, Gillinor. It's in it for me. I suppose I can aid you with my skills as a staff sorcerer. Most battle staffs around here are a bit puny. I can beef them up for you a bit. Sick! How will I go about catching the scorpions? Well, I have a scorpion cage here, in which you can use to catch them in.
Ah, yes, the scorpion cage. The cage meant for scorpions. That scorpion cage.
We're going to go to the Seers, north of the village. North of here, is what I meant to say. The Seers will tell me where the scorpions are. They can see the scorpions, you see. Yeah, I remember driving home in my fucking 90s Chevy Cavalier, lifting up like the left part of my ass to go ahead and just reduce the pain of my ass. And I went, never again, Airsoft. Never again.
Nursing your swollen ass wound.
I think the worst ass-related injury I've ever had was the time I had to put Tiger Balm on my ass.
I was about to say, you have a list of ass-related injuries.
I do. I have a list of ass-related injuries. Because if I fall or something, the first thing I could do is just go ahead and take a tumble. And at the time, I was like, I'll absorb it with my ass. And normally that was enough. Sometimes there is a cost.
The cost being your ass.
The cost was my ass. You need to locate some scorpions. You come to the right place. I'm a master of animal detection. Do you locate any particular scorpions? Scorpions are creatures somewhat in abundance. I'm looking for some lesser creed scorpions. They belong to Thormac the Sorcerer. Let me look into my looking glass. I can see a scorpion that you seek. It resides in a dark place between a lake and a holy island. There by the entrance shall you find it, so close and yet so far. Where'd be the fun at that if I told you where it was? I remember I was at one of my friend's apartments back, I think I was like 21 or 22. And I asked him about something with Yu-Gi-Oh or something, and he was like, I gotta think about that. Let me bring out my thinking gun. And he pulled out his airsoft gun and was going, blam, 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 blam! I just shot it down the hallway.
Perhaps. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. My thinking grenades. I remember where one scorpion is. What about scorpions?
These goddamn scorpions.
These goddamn scorpions. There's a whole ass event to do here. This is one of my favorite places to turn my brain off and level skills. What was the thing I told Probate when I was telling my paintball stories? What was it? No, there was a line, because I was telling the paintball stories a long time ago. What was the line I told? Right! I remember telling them that, paintball got decidedly easier when I realized that the opponents on the other paintball team were just deer that could shoot back. Once you go ahead and think about that one, it's just easy.
Once you go on ahead and think of your opponents as prey, it becomes far easier to play paintball.
Yeah! Yeah! I remember Probate going, wow, that's haunting. Something like that.
Maybe they should look less delicious.
I didn't eat them after I shot them with a paintball, Mal.
Why not?
Although
right there.
Although the thought,
delicious deer.
Although the thought was crossing my mind, and I have been in this snowdrift for 3 hours.
It has been a long 20 minutes. How long before it's okay to be a cannibal?
I just pull out a plastic fork.
Motherfucker, we can see the road. The car hasn't even broken down yet.
Alright, get out of here, homie.
You win this day, facts and logic.
You win this day. Once you dehumanize the enemy, they become easier to hunt. Woo.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thought that it's way easier and a lot less scary if you don't see your enemy as human? The only good bug is a dead bug. I'm doing my part.
Reciting these paintball stories, I'm like, yeah, I was a monster, actually. I was a monster. A hideous monster. Hello, blue dragons. A monster. A hideous monster. Please stop trying to kill me, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. One scorpion. And now we go. Let's see. Where do I go again? Right.
Rabbit becomes Jack Horner on the battlefield. I love that villain in Puss in Boots. Motherfucker had Excalibur. It was still in the rock. Told you fools I'm the chosen one.
Told you fools I'm the chosen one.
What did I do to deserve this? I meant specifically.
You're not gonna shoot a puppy, are you, Jack? Yeah, in the face. Why?
Ho 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 ho! Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I was doing with paintball, like taking a fine grit sandpaper to all the CO2 cartridges so they wouldn't shine, so they wouldn't glint when I went ahead and aimed.
Christ. You know, he could just use a matte varnish.
The sandpaper was there.
See, the issue you'd have had then is exposing the metal underneath. And just having an even worse issue, because then you'd have reflective metal instead of the painted black.
You know, that does remind me of when I had Citadel spray paint, the black one.
Yeah.
For doing my minis, which my fam loved. My fam loved my painting skill at that. But I remember one day I was looking for my paint stuff, and I couldn't find the spray paint, and I looked over, and I was like, "Where's the paint?" And I was like, "Well, it's near Dad's stuff." I was like, "Maybe Pops knows where it is." And so I went out to his garage, and here this motherfucker is using my spray paint for my minis to spray a door. And I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Spray painting this door black." And I'm like, "With my spray paint?" And he goes, "Well, I needed to go to the store to get the spray paint, but then I saw your spray paint, and I was like, you're probably not going to miss some of that." And I'm like, "The price tag's still on that. Look at that." And he looks at it, and he goes, "That's a piss poor price for spray paint, son."
It's primer, motherfucker.
I had to explain to him what primer was, and he was just like, "Yeah, for first coats." And I was like, "No! It's different." And I'm like, "Put your finger on the door where it's dry." And he's like, "Oh, well, this doesn't feel right." And then he has the gall to take sandpaper and then sand off the primer he used. And I'm like, Dad!
Motherfucker, it's primer for untextured material. It's not meant to be used on shit like wood.
I love my dad though. He looked at it and went, you know what? Any port in a storm. That's his phrase, and I use the same phrase. That'll do!
I was gonna say, is that just a colloquialism of saying, that'll do?
Yep, that'll do! God, it's so funny. It's so funny.
High strength, low intelligence, Jesus.
Do not dare say that about my father.
Doesn't mean he couldn't have read a label.
I'm trying to defend my dad,
right.
but you know what? It's increasingly difficult to with this context.
You know I'm right.
I know you're right. I had this same fight with myself when I was 23, man. I was like, I can't prime my Tau without my... Well, hold on. I was like, where the fuck is... Why are you using my primer, Dad? And then he just sands it off! Because he's like, oh, you're right. That don't feel right. Then he hands it back to me. And I can only spray half the fucking army!
Christ.
And I'm just like... Ah...
Thanks for wasting my money.
No, he made it up to me. He bought me a whole new can of it.
That's fine then.
He was like, I don't know where the fuck you get that, but here's the cost of it, and he slapped a Jackson on me. He was just like, why is paint for something so small so damn expensive? And I was like, I have no idea, Pops.
Because Games Workshop wants to grab you by the balls and say, give me money.
You're right.
It's why any of the singular models that are meant to be your heroes cost like $40 each.
Dude, I was thinking of just being like, I could do mini stuff again, because like, the old crowds I didn't like at the hobby stop moved out or something.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, I was like, wow, new era full of not that guy. I'm like, okay, I'll get back into it, and maybe.
From what I've heard, at least for the communities, Age of Sigmar is easier to get into than Warhammer, or than 40k.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about getting into. I was looking at some armies, and it was a toss-up at the time between Flesh Eater Courts or the Lumineth, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, the High Elves.
Yeah.
Or the new High Elves is Lumineth.
Though I love those steampunk dwarves a lot too, but I didn't get any of them because I walked to the store and I said hi to everybody, and they were like, hey, seeing you in here is kind of like seeing a shiny Pokemon. I'll never forget that's what one of them said. And I was just like, oh yeah, because normally I go in there, and I used to go in there and buy books, just like, 5th ed books or something to go ahead and just read them, so I just have them. I had been a whole lot of books I wanted, and then the PDFs were a thing, so. And then I just looked up at the, like either website. And so I was like, if I could just look up this shit online, do I even need these books? And that's kind of where that led. But that's not important.
They're nice to have on hand.
I walked back into, so I walked into the shop and I was talking with them, and they showed me where the, the Warhammer minis were and whatnot. I was looking at the Age of Sigmar stuff, and I picked it up, and I was like, yeah, I'll just get a starter of, and I just put it back down, and I literally walked into that store. I was like Grandpa Simpson, just.
Yeah.
Just walked in there like Homer Simpson, saw the price of it, just whistled, picked back up my hat, and left.
Did you know that Games Workshop also had an announcement, like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, saying, we apologize, but we're raising the price by another 5%? Even funnier, they said, we've been trying our best to keep prices down. And then fucking Gaijin just posted one picture saying that was an image of their revenue, and it doubling over the course of like 4 years. It tried very hard, you see.
Holy fucking moly, dude.
Oh, GW made like gangbusters during COVID.
There we go.
Especially since, like, right when the pandemic started, they were launching a new edition of 40K.
Yeah. Dude, no, it was fucking bonkers. Like, the cost of that... Hold on, I said Lumineth, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me...
Do you mean the fish one?
No, they're like elves made of light. I thought they were super pretty.
No, that was Lumineth. Lumineth is also the ones with the giant fancy cow hats.
Yeah! I like that too. Sure. Let's go in there.
It's real funny also looking up Warhammer lore and Age of Sigmar stuff. The Ideneth Deepkin are Teclis's first attempt at recreating the elves, and he ended up making weird soulless fish people.
Stupid fucking...
So then he just put them at the bottom of the sea and said, I'll do a do-over. Good job, Teclis. 8 times the charm, I think.
Fucking dumbass. Freak, stupid fucking freak.
He even speaks for the God of Wisdom, who... The model for him is this giant sphinx who is that god, and Teclis hovering over it. Teclis will speak for the god because they're in direct contact, and then people will still say, you know, we'd much rather speak to them directly.
Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah, let me look into this real fast. Alright, we got... A Vanguard of Lumineth is $140.
Yep.
Cavalry is $70. Some cunt with a banner's $35. If I want a hero, it's $35 to $185.
Yep. And those $200 heroes are the like will also take a chunk of your army. Like if you wanted to play with Nagash or Archaon, they're a good chunk of your army and what you base it around. Because Nagash, I want to say, is like an 1100 point model. Granted, motherfucker is like 20 times the size of Kel'Thuzad.
Jesus. Ain't no way. Ain't no goddamn way I'm getting into 40k. Jesus Christ. Or Age of Sigmar, or any of that. It's way too fucking expensive.
See, I'm kind of in the point of, I wouldn't really have much opportunity to play with it, but I do like the models, and be more for making shit for tabletop, but then I could either look at the GW stuff, or I could go to resources online, buy STLs, and then send those to other places that will print shit out and mail it to you, if you have the STLs.
Huh. Have you seen a rabbit? Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, I used to play Age of Sigmar of Connor and Luke on Tabletop Simulator.
Into Warhammer, but never tried buying me the models. Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, an evil tree. Cool. Can I chop this son of a bitch? Yes.
Also can't be a Warhammer fan without hating Games Workshop.
Chop these evil trees.
Weird ass looking tree.
Chop this tree.
God, it feels like every couple of months GW just likes to shoot itself in the foot.
Honestly, yeah. And I don't know why either.
I think it may be a case of it is a large company and they don't really like to keep in contact with the community. Or the Warhammer community is its own separate entity from Warhammer Legal and the business side of everything.
Oh, that probably makes sense. How can I help? Cut him with a hatchet. No, hatchet or fire, so you can't get over it's the fire.
Heard of the shit fit 40k players are throwing because of the female custodies? Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Me and Mel were talking about that. It was fucking exhausting to be around in that fucking conversation. Like, good god.
I'm just in the camp that the way GW added it was lazy pandering. And the community managers did not deal with it well at all.
No, they didn't. Heavens to piss, they did not.
How'd they deal with it? The moment anyone complained about it or the Custodes book in general, they just said the boilerplate response of there have always been female Custodes, and then blocked the person from the community Twitter. Fucking incredible.
Weird way to go about it, honestly. Let's chop this last root. I mean, the Sisters of Battle are right there, that's all I'm saying.
Even more so, the Sisters of Silence are right there, and they're part of the Custodes faction.
Yeah, seriously, like...
And I'm saying it's lazy pandering because if GW wanted to do anything to actually show women in the setting, they would have just done something with the Sisters of Silence instead of saying women can be Custodes too. And normally, whenever they do changes or whatever retcons or the like, they also have model releases. Like when they added the squats back to 40k.
I like to think they added the squats back to 40k because of Deep Rock Galactic.
I mean, that is helping sell the models. Unsure how much of it is entirely because of Deep Rock, but man, it helped people want to buy the squats. Or Votann, that's what the fucking faction's called, Leagues of Votann.
Leagues of Votann. Yes, Billy! Time to chop this tree down. Evil tree.
That's a real thick tree. How long have you been chopping at that motherfucker for?
Oh no, I've been chopping his roots.
Ah.
Now I'm getting to the sweet meats. Actually, fuck it. I want to chop down this root. So I can set a fire underneath your stupid evil face. Because evil is dumb, you see. See? Categories. That's a good cat. Yeah, who's a good cat? I'm an enabler.
That's the other thing you stumbled across, where an AU where everything is the same except the Primarchs of women.
I spit upon you, vile tree. Won't be long now.
And all of them have healthy relationships, and it makes Erebus to go to even more desperate measures to get the heresy flowing. I think that would kind of defeat the purpose of it, where, you know, the reason why half of them decided that demons were a better option is because they thought they really hated their dad. Emperor wasn't exactly a paragon of virtue and fatherhood, now was he?
No, he wasn't.
All the traitor Primarchs were giant crybabies with either poor self-esteem or no self-awareness? Kinda.
I don't believe that fully. Oh, all the traitor Primarchs. Yeah. Oh, well.
I wouldn't say entirely that.
Yeah, entirely, no.
Perturabo perfectly fits that, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Perturabo was a fucking man-child.
Which one is he again? Is that the Night Lord's one?
Iron Hands. Night Lords was Conrad Kurz.
Yeah.
The edgelord that wanted to be Batman. Angron had a very good reason. He did have good reasons.
He was edgelord Batman.
Perturabo threw tantrums and blamed the Emperor for things that were his fault. Yeah, the best description I heard for Perturabo was he is 40k Ben Shapiro.
No, this is very important. Did Luke say that?
No.
Okay.
Magnus was also pretty reasonable for being pissed. Magnus was told no too many times and said, "Nah, fuck you, Dad. I want to learn spells." Perturabo was also the most capable. Yeah. He didn't really like all the demon shit, so halfway through the Horus Heresy, he just looked at the whole situation and said, "Ah, fuck this," and left.
Fuck.
Halfway through the Siege of
this.
Terra, he just picked up his dudes and left.
Yeah, say what you want about Conrad Kurz, though, like, those are some bitchin' fucking helmets that he's got on his fucking dudes. I think those helmets are fucking sweet.
Although, the Night Lords kind of had an issue with, they were entirely made up of criminals. Imagine if you went to Arkham Asylum and just recruited everyone into being a Space Marine. That was the Night Lords.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot that part.
It's also why if the Night Lords aren't actively on the home planet, it still devolves into just being planet-wide Gotham again.
Jesus.
I think that was Nostromo was the name of the planet? Conrad blew it up. He fucking hated it.
I don't blame
Conrad had one of the worst childhoods as well, because all of the other Primarchs, they would land on the planet and normally be picked up, or they'd go off into the wilderness. Mm-hmm. Conrad was embedded into Nostromo, and was kind of like Gollum for most of his childhood.
Oh, Jesus.
Perturabo also blew up his own homeworld. No, he didn't blow it up. He went on a door-to-door murder spree of, I think, 10,000 people. You'd have to think he's either moving really fast, or he killed the first household and thought, well, I got my hands dirty, might as well keep going.
You know, when you crack one egg, right? Like...
Yeah. Didn't Conrad eat a corpse to survive as a child? I would not be surprised if he ate many.
I took a look at his perk deck from Fallout 76. He definitely has the fucking... He definitely has the cannibal trait there.
Ferrix Man has stuck his arms in liquid necrodermis. Yeah, his arms are made out of a Necron god. Don't worry, I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure that's fine.
Also, I gotta love Warhammer and its naming conventions, where the Iron Hands, led by a guy named Iron Hands, whose hands are made out of liquid metal.
It's like some Venture Brothers shit.
He's the fucking Moon of the Primarchs.
Oh my god, I hate how right you are.
Ferris Manus was actually had his head on straight and probably would have beaten the shit out of the Astartes these days. Head on straight.
Head on straight. Apply directly to the forehead.
Fulgrim decapitated his ass.
I danced around a bunch of Space Marine chapters. I liked the Black Templars when I was in college and whatnot. Nowadays, I think I like the Ultramarines a lot, actually.
I think most of my problems with the Ultramarines was because of the Matt Ward era of writing, where they were the Mary Sues that could do no wrong, and every single one of them a demigod.
That's why I hated them back in the day. Was really because of Matt Ward's writing. Matt Ward.
He's also why everyone hated the Grey Knights.
Oh yeah, me too. Those original rules for the Grey Knights were fucking dick ass.
He wasn't the one writing rules. He was the one making the lore.
He also really hated the Sisters of Battle for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird.
Like, weird to a level of just like, I think he's just a misogynist. Like, I'm like...
Meow.
Meow. Come along, evil tree.
Meow. God, it's also funny that most of the Primarchs were just awful.
You really
just
are.
awful people.
Even the Dark Angels, where nothing bad ever happened.
Like, Lionel Johnson was a dick.
Yeah! Yeah, he was!
He suggested to, Rabute, hey, bomb the shit out of your own planet, Conrad's there. To which Rabute said, how about we don't do that? Fucking psychopath.
All your members wear robes and look like fucking wizards.
No, they didn't do that yet. They only started doing it, getting real weird after the heresy and all the Primarchs left. They got really hard into space magic after the Primarchs went to bed and a religion was started.
After a religion were declared. I got a whole ring of fire around this bastard.
Like the orcs in the AdMech Warhammer, because they're the closest you're going to get to Skaven there. Personality-wise, yeah, I could see that. At least for the AdMech. Playstyle, I think the Tyranids is that, because they... Man, there's a fuck ton of Tyranids.
Yeah, you're right.
Ah, I see you have 70 Clan Rats. I also have 70 Termagants.
I'll never forget playing up against the orc player at this old hobby store on 2003, 2004. This fucking biker dude just pulling out just 2 fucking motorcycle saddlebags full of orcs and just setting them up one by one going, oh, you should probably get some lunch or something, brother. This will take a second setup.
Wondering how Johnson will react to the news of Dark Angels are so fucking paranoid that anyone will find out that they are traitors. They literally abandon Imperial forces in the field and kill Inquisitors to cover things up. Well, considering Inquisitors weren't a thing back in the Heresy era, I think every Primarch would hate the idea that they even exist, or that the Ecclesiarchy exists.
God knows Guilliman hates that the whole fucking thing exists right now.
Yeah. Rabute is so fucking tired. He is just exhausted with everything. Gilman started a war over how they kept time accidentally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, No. Even better. After Gilliman woke up, the first thing he did was head to Earth. He threw hands with Magnus on the moon because Magnus was trying to stop him from reaching Earth, and found out that he woke up. He eventually got picked up by the Lords of Terra, but before Gilliman showed up in the room, the Lords of Terra were talking to each other about what forces they had in the event that they have to prevent Rabute from becoming the new Emperor.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. This is also the point of who the fuck is going to stop Gilliman from becoming the new Emperor as the only loyalist Primarch?
You right.
Yeah, he just murdered all the High Lords that were going to stop him. This is a man who, after his, when on his flagship, after the cockpit was destroyed, or the bridge was destroyed, he was running out on the ship without a helmet on, very angry at Lorgar because Lorgar was the one that was shooting at him. I think Lorgar is the only one that ever gets Gilliman to be outrageously furious.
Fucking grabbing a word
He
bearer.
fucking hates Lorgar so much.
He fucking hates Lorgar.
I remember the fight that between Gilliman and Lorgar. This is shortly before Angron became a demon prince.
Mm-hmm.
Gilliman punched Lorgar in the chest and shattered all of his ribs,
Jesus.
with half of his face missing, because that's what Lorgar did to him first.
God.
Rabute don't give a fuck.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, that's why after having his ribs exploded, his response was to turn Angron into a demon. And yeah, that's Lorgar's fault.
Yeah. Most of it's Lorgar's fault.
Of course it's Lorgar's fault. Him and Erebus. Those two fuckwits.
Those two fucking winners.
Most of the shit that's wrong with the Horus Heresy comes down to Erebus's fault.
Which one was Erebus again?
He was the guy directly under Lorgar and the Word Bearers.
Right.
He's the reason why Horus fell.
Fucking dummy.
And why Typhus fell. And because Typhus fell, he led, not Perturabo, Mortarion directly into Nurgle. I think Magnus did the whole demon thing to himself.
Mortarion. How many levels of wounds are you on right now, my brother?
The stinky boy.
Load shotgun. It's time to shit and fart.
Only reason Lorgar lived through the heresy was because Angron was around at the time. Yeah. Part of why you can't enjoy heresy and Rogue Trader, the heretic path involves working with the Word Bearers. I mean, it fits.
You right. Everyone's pissed. Everyone's super pissed at fucking Guilliman because Guilliman just shuts down their entire ethos with facts and logic.
Those are some funny words, Magic Man.
The Ecclesiarchy fucking hates Guilliman because he's like, no, actually, that's stupid. We don't do that. Because, as I stated earlier, it's stupid.
God, he probably got to talk to Belisarius Cawl about what the Admech have been up to, and his response was probably, so you haven't changed at all in 10,000 years.
Lights up a technological cigarette. Nope.
Why would we change? We're perfect. Gotcha. They're the idiots that won't turn things off because they don't know how to turn them back on.
Yes.
He's been deified so much, his modern sons are surprised when he makes jokes. That's pretty funny.
Ah, and the tree is dead. Inside the hollow stump you find... Oh. No shit, that's a lot of good shit.
Lorgar survived the drop site massacre because Kurz saved him from being shanked by Corvus, and then Kurz said to his face, "I hate you and everything you stand for." No, that seems pretty in line with Kurz. He is a guy that made a flesh sculpture of the Emperor just so he could yell at it. I'm not even kidding.
Fucking Christ.
His basement looked like that shit from Jeepers Creepers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think it was called the Wailing Palace. It was entirely made out of living people. He's a weird dude.
That is weird. There we go. That's 45 strength, boy.
Hell yeah. Also, again, Warhammer naming conventions. Corvus Corax. I think his name is just Bird Bird.
Bird Bird? What's his name? Bird Bird? No fucking way. That's so...
Yeah, Primarch of the Raven Guard. What's his name? Bird.
Bird.
Corvus and Corax are just Raven in both Latin and Greek.
Jesus.
Bird Bird of House Bird.
I am the bird of a house bird, birding around, doing my bird thing. Bird, Raven,
Raven of the Raven God.
Bird.
Bird is the word.
Bird. That's so
Speaking of
that's
Primarchs,
so
be
fucking
interesting to see what
stupid.
Jogtag Khan is up to. Fucking Dark Eldar in the Webway.
Dark Eldar hate these fucking bikers on their Harleys, just fucking
The reason-
revving around on top of cubes.
The reason he vanished, him and a bunch of his White Scars were hunting Dark Eldar. He went too fast and jumped into the webway that the Dark Eldar were trying to escape from. He was the only one that made it in. He has been stuck there since.
Just grabbing a fucking witch guard by like the fucking leg and dragging him down. Just dragging him against the pavement while going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, he general lead into the webway. He just went too fast and jumped in. So now he is just bumbling around somewhere in the Eldar webway.
So fucking funny.
Like, you just see bits and pieces. So what are these up to? What's Jagatai up to? And it's the fucking Nian cat, but it's him flying through space.
They're planning their next fucking raid. The doors just kick open somehow from the front wheel of his fucking motorcycle. He just revs twice. Fucking peels forward, sticks his arm out, beheads 200 fucking Dark Eldar while he's just ripping ass across the fucking table.
Leman Russ got lost in the warp? Yes. Yes, he did.
Just doing he's just doing fucking donuts outside their fucking places.
In the fucking no, in the Dark Eldar city of Kamara, they just look out the window and see him doing wheelies on a lawn. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that. Fuck that.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. He decapitated a guy with his motorcycle. We're gonna stop sending our, we're gonna stop sending mandrakes against him. Why? He enjoys it. He enjoys it a little too much.
All we can hear is him hollering and laughing. We're supposed to be the ones laughing, not him!
How dare him!
Oh good, he started up the Mongolian throat singing again. He'll be at it for hours.
God damn it! I can't believe every Dark Eldar's one fear is just in the dead of night, they're sleeping, they just hear...
Is this 17-foot-tall Mongolian man in white power armor just blasting their way through his house on a motorcycle?
He just fucking slams his bike through the wall like the Old Spice commercial.
It's me!
It's me! Goodbye! Bird!
Oh god. Fuck, he's just Grand Theft Autoing his way through Kamara.
For fucking millennia.
Sounds like you'd have a funny Across the Multiverse series. Jagatai was a funny dude.
He's just revving his bike, laughing like Nicolas Cage from Ghost Rider 2. Smash cuts to him in the Black Library, just getting high with the fucking Harlequins, just going. Smash cut back to him revving 200 miles an hour, laughing again through fucking Kamara.
I remember that during the Heresy, Jagatai Khan didn't join the side of Horus simply because he hated Horus and demons more than his dad. Like, when the Emperor showed up on Jagatai's flagship to talk to him, they just stared at each other in silence for a little bit.
That must have been a tense day.
Just look at each other, look out the window at the situation, back to each other, sigh. I like this, I don't like you, but fuck, man. Fuck.
It's much more than just your system. Oh, is it? I heard road trip.
When Jagatai heard about the heresy, he was given false information about which side which was on, so he just sat there and waited for a bit to see what would actually happen and if it was true or not. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Perturabo wanted to be to bring him into the fold with the whole demons and shit. It did not end well for Perturabo. That wasn't. It was Mortaria, not Perturabo. I keep confusing them for their names. I don't know why.
He came back with fucking bike treads on his fucking armor.
Yeah, Mortarion showed up. Juggernaut called him a dumb bitch for siding with demons. God, the last things they said to each other, Mortarion said that he was going to be sad for needing to cut down one of his brothers that could have been an ally. And Juggernaut said, that's the difference between you and I. When I cut down my enemies, I laugh.
Holy shit. What a fucking...
He loves what he does.
he loves, he craves it, honestly.
The bloodshed, the speed. The warfare, the speed. The women, the speed.
He made friends of the Harlequins because one Death Jester looked at him and went like, if we give you the shit so you can tune up your bike, you're gonna leave, right? And he's like, yeah. cool. And he just, Death Jester just sets a box of Eldar tools next to him, like, here you go. What else you need? Just smash cuts to the Death Jester looking at the Harley Quinn troop leader like, I don't know what Natty Light is, but he said he needs a 24-pack.
And there's the Mongolian throat singing. Just on full blast.
Dark Eldar just walk to plan their next raid. They hear the throat singing. They all just look at each other, go back to their fucking webway holes.
Emperor's Children Primarch may be the dumbest way to make someone turn to chaos in 40k. Didn't Fulgrim just pick up a cursed sword?
Yeah,
that told him to go kill people.
Yeah, Fulgrim picked up basically the Sword of Cain and was just told to go kill people.
Picks up a sword. Hey, wouldn't it be real neat if you just cut off your brother's head? Okay, funny sword. I like your funny words, magic sword.
I like your funny words, magic sword.
Dumb bastard.
Look at my beauty. Really? Look at your beauty? You're a gross fucking snake thing. Fuck you.
He's a gross snake thing with like 4 arms and bat wings.
You look like an evolutionary Mad Lib. What the fuck happened to you? You look like something a 12-year-old made.
Even more stories about Fulgrim being stupid. He found a dreadnought from the Heresy era, 10,000 years in the future, Rylanor.
Yeah.
He goes up to him and says, hey, why don't you join Chaos? It'd be real neat. To which Rylanor said, here's a virus bomb. Go fuck yourself.
It'd be
Motherfucker. He waited 10,000 years to shove a bomb in Fulgrim's face.
He sees Fulgrim, looks at the fucking just caked in dust glass boxes, says breaking case of Fulgrim, and he's like, fucking finally, and just smashes it. You look like a platypus's imaginary friend.
What was the dumbest reason for someone to turn to Chaos? Yeah, Perturabo. Perturabo turned to Chaos because fuck you, Dad. That is the only reason.
What a fucking baby.
Like, in his own Primarch story, he is in his adoptive father's attic, playing with his Lincoln logs, saying, you don't understand me, Dad.
Jesus Christ. Even Perturabo's fucking sister called him out. I'm being a fucking bitch. Jesus Christ.
I said playing with Lincoln logs, he was just making miniatures of the things he wanted to build.
Jesus Christ.
It's so damn funny with some of them.
It reminds me of when I was playing Total War. I was playing Total War for you, and I was just like, how come I'm only really good at any evil faction? I don't know what the fuck this is all about.
Listen, the slave economy ain't gonna run itself.
It's true.
That's how you play as the Chaos Dwarves.
That was my favorite faction, too.
Yeah, they're broken as hell.
They're... God damn.
You turn slaves into minerals, and you turn minerals into weapons. And then you use weapons to go get more slaves to turn into minerals, to turn into weapons.
It was bad when I was just looking at places, and I wasn't playing Total War anymore, I was playing SimCity. How could I go ahead and just efficiently run this fucking Doom system I have?
Yeah.
God. Speaking of Total War, I guess CA does or doesn't suck anymore. I don't know what the fucking over-under is on that.
I don't know about the newest DLC. I don't know if they reverted what they want to do with the newest DLC, because the newest one, instead of giving you everything, they want it to instead be smaller payments to get each lord and the units that go accompanied with them.
I'm not gonna get nickel and dime. I'm not gonna get nickel and dime over a new fucking payment system. Paying more for less. That just seems shit.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's not like Paradox and Stellaris or Crusader Kings, where it takes several hundreds of dollars to buy all the DLC for either of those games.
Some of my favorite content creators have streams that are sponsored by Paradox, and I remember this one comment on one of those videos made me wheeze, going, I'm glad you're sponsored by Paradox. It's literally the only way you can afford to play Paradox games. Did Stellaris use AI for one of their expansions? That's going to be more and more common as time goes on, honestly. And it sucks.
Ugh.
God, yeah, I know, it really fucking sucks.
We put no effort into making this. Pay us $15.
But I typed in the funny prompt. Pay me $15 for the funny prompt.
What if I put my own prompt in there and just mod the game with the funny prompt?
There was this fucking Fort comic that made me laugh really hard. That was just one of his socks just looking at a piece of art going, man, there's no soul in these titty pictures anymore.
Jesus.
There's no heart, there's no soul. How can I smash my dick to this? Stellaris has a subscription plan for its DLC? Fuck off.
Oh, that sounds so fucking weird.
Fuck. It's not World of Warcraft. Go fuck yourself. Subscription services are one thing, but like, you know, I feel like it really should have ended it, like subscription services.
I'm surprised there are still so many, or that they started to go back up again. I really hate subscription software.
I do too.
So goddamn much.
I like what like RuneScape and whatnot does. Like if they have an annual plan, it's a lot cheaper than just paying by the month.
Oh, that's the case with like any subscription.
Yeah.
But shit like Adobe, Adobe has no right for the sub.
Yeah. So if it's like a piece of media that you engage with, yeah, I get that. But for like creation software and whatnot, like they added like subscriptions to, like fucking Microsoft Office, and I'm like, why?
Christ.
Why the fuck am I paying a subscription for Microsoft Office?
I didn't know that Office started doing that too.
Yeah. Because they want me to buy Office, and it's just weird because it comes native with your fucking PC, so... At least that's how it used to be back in the day. It's so ass.
Spaz Office 365 cloud
That's not-
subscription has been around for a decade.
That's not Spaz, that's Mal. Yeller.
Yeah. Do we sound that alike?
I don't think you do. You both kind of have a deeper timbre, but that's about it.
I think I've been in call with him once.
Yeah, Spaz is funny as shit.
Libre and OpenOffice are both free open source Office suites that are basically Office but free.
Yeah.
Spaz sounds more manic.
nowadays with our shit and what we've been having to go through, yeah, Spaz and I are both going through. We both sound like two conspiracy theorists. It's pretty amazing. Tribal totem. Yeah, the next one's tribal totem. So we'll go ahead and get right into that shit. To Granger.
Granger.
I just use Google Docs for all my writing, honestly. They haven't paid me a subscription.
Don't need to do shit.
One time they talked to me going, wow, you write a fucking lot. Do you want more storage space? And I was like, nope. And they're like, cool. And they left. And I feel like that's all it needs to do. Just tell me about your offer. I have the option to say no. You don't make your product shittier because I haven't bought into it. Sounds
But
simple
how do
enough
I
to
get
me.
you to pay more if I don't make it shitty if it's not paid for?
I hate that there are people in Silicon Valley right now having that same fucking conversation. Tuki tribe. I'm in search of adventure. Adventure is something I may be able to give. I need someone to go on a mission to the city of Ardoin. Maybe we'll find the house of Lord Handelmore. In his house, he has a tribal totem. We need it back. Why does he have it? Lord Handelmore is an Ardoinese explorer, which means he thinks he has the right to come by my tribal home, steal our stuff, and put it in his private museum. I'll get it back. Best of luck with that. Where can I find Handelmore's house? Ardoin is a big place. I don't know, Ardoin. You tell me. Fair enough. Let's go to Artie. Take me away, Santa! Yeah, chap. Yeah, I already heard about the thing with Scarlett Johansson. And they just used her voice without her permission.
Yep.
After she said no. Twice.
No, it gets even worse. She said no, and then I think like a week before they showed it off, or were planning to show it off, they asked her again. So they were really just trying to go for the forgiveness instead of permission thing with how soon before it was launching.
It's balls.
Jesus Christ. She was understandably not happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
Considering you have to pay for actors' likenesses.
Mm-hmm.
And they've actors have, for the most part, wisened up about not selling their likeness for AI use.
And ChatGPT, you know what? Like, when we're making funny stories with ChatGPT, Connor, Luke, and I knew I was gonna be fucked as a writer because people are just gonna go ahead and talk to the funny robot, and I've lost projects because they were like, we'd rather use a stupid robot, and I'm like, cool, thank you, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, now it's moved into like graphic design and art, and also taking people's voices and all the funny AI covers. And now there's some songs where I look up and I'm like, this sounds funny. And 3 weeks later, I figure out an AI made it, and I go, God damn it! Like,
yeah.
I can't.
She has the means to sue the pants off them? Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's his middle name. I shouldn't have said that. Forget I said it. So the key to the lock is his middle name. You know when I did this quest in old school, the lock needs his middle name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just brute forced it. It took me 90 minutes. And then I realized that the answer is in this pamphlet I have to ask this schlub for.
Huh.
Yeah. Because I was like, what sounds like a name? And I was just kept smashing my face up against the lock till it gave in. If he's on a business trip for 2 days, I got 2 days to brute force this lock, right? Like, that's...
If he's on a business trip for 2 days, just go in the middle of the night with a ladder.
No, I'll just get Giant Tycon. He'll just drive through the wall. And I'll just go ahead and just get what I need.
Just blasting through like Terry Crews on the Ski-Doo. Was it a Ski-Doo, or was it a jet ski, or was it a snowmobile? I forget which.
What, in the Old Spice commercial? Which one? The Old Spice commercial?
Yeah.
It was a jet ski. It was a jet ski.
Your opinion of me has mellowed out greatly over the years, especially ever since Gwen Kart. You'd think the opposite would be happening, considering it's Mario Kart.
Yeah, we don't get, like... we don't get... Any party game with Mario in it is not a name that we normally throw to people, right? Like, that's not...
Everyone loves Mario Party.
No, they do not.
What about Dokapon? Never played it. I just know that Dokapon takes fucking forever to play.
I'd play Dokapon, but one, I like my friends. And two, I don't have 12 hours to play Dokapon.
Yeah. That's not even hyperbole. It does take that long to play Dokapon. Lord have mercy.
God forbid. Because if you get into, like, a fucking losing spiral in that game, you are never going to get out of it. And then you're just going to be drugged by your friends and also the NPCs for the remaining 10 hours of that game. Like, you go to any store, they're just like, hey, how you doing, poor McFilth bag? How you doing, Johnny No Bitches? Last round of the game, suck! You suck!
Maidenless behavior.
Your existence is like an ant! Ant! Where the fuck is the delivery people again? Is it you bitches over here? Hello, bitches. Yes. There we go. Now do you see someone to deliver it for me? When are you gonna deliver this crate? Well, I guess we could do it now. Cool. Now I go back to the wizard, and then he'll teleport me. Because he thinks it's in one place, but in actuality, it's actually where I need to go to do larceny. Mario Party, Mario Star's laundering operation. Yeah, if you're losing in Dokapon Kingdom, everything in that game is caustic. And I'm just like, how are people like, this is my favorite party game? And just like, do you hate people? Do you hate yourself?
They want to have a game length of a 4X game, but they want to play Mario Party for that long, I guess.
I guess.
I love 4X games, but no one ever wants to fucking play a 4X game.
You are something else in a 4S game. I remember playing Endless Legend with you, and I'm like, what are you playing? You're just like, oh, these fucking, what the fuck were they?
I was playing the bugs.
Yeah, the bugs, and I'm just like, oh, cool. I think finally figured out how to build a settlement. Wow, you are. Is that entire half of the map yours? Damn.
Yeah, I think I had that at that point. I remember you also saying, I'm just gonna go explore over here for maybe some more stuff. And you're on that side too.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm just gonna go, nope. I'm over this way as well.
I think the Necrophage is the name of that faction.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What's the Necrophage? Zombie bugs.
Yeah, like zombie
Somewhere
bugs.
between. The entire point of that faction is, during the whole game, you should be shitting down everyone's throat since turn 1. If you're not, you're playing it wrong.
Now we go over here.
In fact, one of the racial abilities is the closest thing you're allowed to have to peace with any of the other factions is Cold War.
Don't get me started on the bonus stars. The bonus stars are there to let you know that nothing you do in Mario Party actually matters.
Yep. Should you ever try playing Space Station 13? No.
No.
Just a very simple no.
The servers can't handle you.
All of the servers crashed after Seth made a video on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone got really mad at him for doing that. All of the Space Station 13 games were flooded with people who had no idea how to play the game, and everyone who actually played the game for years was so fucking mad.
It's so fucking funny.
It's a fantastic game. Don't play it.
We robbed a totem and brought it back to his tribe. So now we go back to King Arthur. It's so fucking funny, dude.
An Australian game reviewer who actually is an old school player said he's never seen a fan base so antagonistic to new players.
Get the fuck out now!
It's just one of those games where you have to know exactly what you're doing when you get into it. Otherwise, everyone is going to hate you for not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's like raiding in 14.
It's like being part of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know what you're supposed to do? Didn't you read the guides before you came to play? Motherfucker, I bought this 3 days ago. That's no excuse.
I don't have time to watch a 30-minute video.
Would you like to speak of the story? Motherfucker, I've only been playing like 3 days. That means that you know everything about it already. I'm going to spoil every character death and arc from here on out, with characters you'll never have even heard of.
That's why I don't play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that one. God, if you just start up a Baldur's Gate 3 game today or tomorrow, people will be wondering whether it's your first playthrough, where you are, and what build you're doing, all this shit. And then spoil the story of, man, I can't wait for this to happen, or how you're going to deal with this.
So many people do that, man. And I know it's not the fault of my chat, and I know people are excited. I get that But there have been so many games I've started and just never finished because it was just already spoiled for me. And I'm like, well, already know what's going to happen. And I just throw it in there. There are some games I was looking forward to, and no, not doing it.
Just listen to people in chat, not talking to anyone specifically. If you see shit like no backseating or first-time playthrough, don't fucking bring up story shit in the future.
No backseating is a rule in my chat.
Yeah.
How you gonna come on to the stream of a guy who writes and you don't read? Do you know how funny that is? Okay, you know what? It is kind of funny, but
you don't need to be literate to use Twitch.
I can't breathe. Oh fuck!
Why did that one get you?
You are so visceral, and you give the driest delivery on anything, and it's so fun. I've known you for years, and it's the same delivery, and it makes me laugh so bad. It's so fucking funny. Oh god, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna get a drink. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a refreshing beverage.
Uh-huh. There's Callisto Protocol. Do not recommend that game. Oh god, that game fell apart so fast. I sat in with Bromad shortly after that game came out for like the whole stream, and he did it all in one sitting because his reason for that was he would have no motivation to start up that game again if it wasn't that one stream he played it through. God, that game was awful. The story falls apart in like an hour and a half. And so does the gameplay. Fuck.
Ugh.
Hey Rabbit, you ever play Callisto?
No.
Callisto Protocol?
No, I was looking forward to it, and I was gonna get it, and then Bromad messaged me and went, "Don't." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "It's so bad."
I was just telling your chat about that stream because I was there for... I came in like a half hour late, but was there for the rest of like 8-hour stream for him playing through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful.
That bad, huh?
I am not even kidding when I say the most efficient way to deal with enemies is to, one, crouch slowly behind them and stab them in the neck, because that removes any kind of detection that they have, even to other enemies around the area. Or to pick them up with your telekinesis and hurl them into an anti-lean wall. That's what me and Bromad started calling all the spikes on the walls, was just the anti-homeless lean walls. Jesus Christ! You do not need to engage in combat in that game at all after you get your resources.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I remember that the devs decided to patch out enemies swarming you because they didn't like the gameplay feel of it, or even the look of it. Because it would make more sense when you have like 3 or 4 zombies all bum rush you and start mauling you. Especially when melee is your primary way of attacking them.
Yeah.
Right? They changed it so that the zombies will now queue up to attack you one at a time, save for the one guy spitting ranged attacks at you.
That sounds so bad.
It is. Even better, it does not matter which direction you dodge an attack from, so long as it's not the same way you dodged the last attack from. Don't forget the boss. Which one? There were like 2. In fact, one of them was reused, I think, 4 or 5 times and became a standard enemy halfway through the game.
Wow! You could reusable bosses?
Yeah.
They normally save that for role-playing games. What an
No,
honor.
Rabbit. It got lazier and lazier the further into the game was for reintroducing the guy. Because he gets his cool cutscene the first time you see him, because he's grabbing a ledge or a gurney or something and just pulling himself up to fight you. And it's this giant zombie with 2 torsos linked together.
That does sound kind of sick.
Yeah, it's this weird Siamese zombie thing.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass to fight. You then get to fight him again with a different cutscene And me and Bromad were both confused because we already fought this boss before, but they're giving him the cutscene introduction like we haven't seen him before.
Yeah.
And then you fight him again where he doesn't get a cutscene, he just screams and walks around a corner, and me and Bromad were both, oh, this bitch again. I think the fourth time, he is standing in a server room, staring at the key item you have to pick up, 2 feet in front of it. Like, it gets lazier and lazier the further into the game you get.
That's so bad.
Oh, God.
Southeast corner.
The final boss also... It doesn't expect you to fight it the way the game wants you to. It demands that you fight it exactly as it wants it to. You can either unload an inventory full of shotgun shells into him in the first phase, or smack in the face 12 times with your billy club. And then the second phase of the fight requires you to use your shotgun, or whatever the fuck gun you have, and it's like a dozen shots to the face.
Good God.
Wasn't it during the fights with one of them that we learned how heavy attacks work? Yeah, so heavy attacks,
Yeah.
we didn't really confirm it or not, but the way it felt like is that it didn't increase your damage, it only increased your stagger. However, when you stagger an enemy with a heavy attack, he'll probably stagger outside the range of your light attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so bad.
It was really bad.
Oh, that sounds so fucking bad.
But it's hard to find redeeming shit about that game, too, because even the story was fucking nonsense. They tried to have some kind of mystery with some weird-looking eldritch cube, but it was just a dude's mental block to him committing war crimes. We called it the Shame Cube after we found out what it was.
The Shame Cube.
Because it's him being ashamed of what the cube actually was. It really felt like they wanted the cube to be a new marker, but then they just undercut it to be something stupid.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, other people in the game saw the Shame Cube too!
The Shame Cube.
Man, that game was shit.
That sounds like yeah, no wonder Bromad was like, don't.
Would you say Callisto's worse or say Drake of the Nine Dragons, because that's currently Rabbit's worst game on stream? I don't remember enough of that.
Now I remember telling Probate it felt like a fever dream. I'm definitely a passenger in my own body for this stream.
Did Callisto at least look good? Listen, saying a game has good graphics is the minimum you could say about AAA games. Because if you spend 8 or 9 years on a game and it doesn't look spectacular, what the fuck were you doing?
Drake and the Nine Dragons at least got a little fun near the end of the game because you had all your shit. And then I realized how you could blend it together, and that was kind of fun.
I forgot, Earl King. Yeah, the fires were PNGs. If you look at it from different angles, the fire doesn't change direction in your camera. It's a PNG that is locked to facing the camera.
I need to see if that studio's still a thing. I
don't think it is, no.
Okay, it definitely reeks of Scam Studio.
Mm-hmm. Man, that stream of Bromad was real funny. There was just one dude trying to suck the game's dick in the first 20 minutes of us playing it. Mm-hmm. No one was having it. Everyone else, no one in chat was defending the game after that one dude.
I don't blame you. It sounds like shit.
It was
like
ass.
hot shit. Shit from a butt. Butt shit.
Does Bromad have the VOD of Callisto? I don't know.
House in Remington. Remington is this way. We're gonna do some clues.
I think the full stream is still highlighted. That might be the case.
That's funny.
Because I think that's what Bromat did to solve the problem of, like, I'm never playing this game again here.
That game sounds like such ass.
Also, the ending is a sequel bait.
For what? Their retirement?
I think for the DLC, which again was pretty shit. And that's also where you get the true ending of the game, is by playing through the DLC.
Or you could just make a completed game.
You could just not play the game.
You could just stop borrowing shit behind DLC and just, you know, make a fucking game.
Just don't play it. Just don't play Callisto.
I
Real funny, since the Dead Space remake came out like 2 months after it and was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you could just wait a few months and play Dead Space. Do that. Dead Space remake is fucking spectacular.
And it was canceled again.
I remember buying games and then being complete on day one. Hey, remember Assassin's Creed Unity that had a 90 gig day one patch?
No.
That is still the funniest shit to me.
I'm gonna let you on a secret. I've never played an Assassin's Creed game.
I don't blame you. The only one I've played is 2.
It looked so amazingly boring.
Don't worry, now everyone's mad about the newest one being announced because it stars Yasuke.
I love that that's what everyone's getting pissed off about. Really? You're not getting pissed off because to get the actual game is $130+? No, it's because
Don't worry.
it's because Yasuke's one of the playable characters.
No, Rabbit. It's the fucking Principal Skinner shit of, am I out of touch? Are people mad about the $150 game? No, they're clearly racist. It's the racists who are wrong.
I mean, racists are wrong, yes, but that's not the reason why.
That's not the reason people don't want to buy your shit game.
Yeah, I love that that's the discourse, and it's like, no one's gonna talk about how the game is $130+ for the actual game. Yeah. No one. I can reach into YouTube right now, pull up fucking like a Skittles handful worth of controversy videos, and that one color Skittle that you don't like that changes from person to person. That's gonna be the one about the price of the game, and that one's gonna have like 2,000 views on it.
Yeah. God, remember when companies were trying to do tiered versions of pre-orders? I think the worst I remember was Mankind Divided. The last Deus Ex game we got.
Yeah.
And now they're just saying, like, if you pre-order the game, you also get the season pass of DLC that we have planned that we won't finish.
Dude, I remember when season passes were the thing, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll opt in. And I opt into some season passes for shit that I liked, like Bioshock and shit. But, like, the last season pass I ever got was Bioshock Infinite. Now, why is that? Like, 4 years later, I got the DLC. The one that was, like, in Rapture. Because they didn't do it for, like, fucking eons. It must have been 4 years or some shit. And then I got it, and then it was half of it, and you're just like, you gotta wait more, and I'm just like, what were you doing? Blow and not working on the game? What the fuck is this? Like...
The developers of Callisto are still around and they're hiring. Good for them. Maybe they'll make a decent game.
Maybe.
I think they might have gone too hard in trying to make the game look good instead of be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is fucking Galahad's house.
They're owned by PUBG. Oh, right! I forgot that Callisto Protocol takes place in the PUBG universe.
That being said, though, I think they should always go ahead and I think the indie market is just completely smashing Corpo for the past 2 years.
A couple years, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Game Awards and then the indie game to be brought to some fucking game that no one's ever heard of. Again. Yeah. Again. No one's ever heard of it. I can't even remember what the fucking name of it was, do you?
Nope, I just remember it being something like Flowery or some shit.
Yeah.
Something that was more as a, this is an art piece, not a video game kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because those are apparently the indie games that get the rewards. I remember when Hades was supposed to be Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Or could have been voted Game of the Year because it was against fucking Ghost of Tsushima as one of the other nominees.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, though. Like,
that game's so fucking rad.
That game is so fucking cool. You knew how cool they were when they added a Kurosawa filter. You knew exactly what the fuck this was.
Because more devs are going indie, more game studios fail. Yeah. It takes a lot of money to make a video game. The VGAs aren't very good, though. Yeah. I will say the last video game awards were mostly commercials.
People say it cost millions upon zillions of dollars to make a video game, but Toby Fox made Undertale with like $10,000 and a box of scraps, so...
Because it was just him. AAA studios have hundreds of developers that they have to pay a lot of money because it's also in California and places that have an insane cost of living.
And how did Starfield turn out?
Like that Lethal Company outsold Call of Duty? That was fucking hilarious.
A single furry destroyed the entire game market. A single furry brought Call of Duty to their knees. Rabbit, Starfield is developed in Maryland. Okay.
Yeah, but that was also a train wreck that Bethesda made.
Got me again, Flash! I don't know. It's a weird own, but... thumbs up.
I mean, that's still bringing up one specific game from one specific studio, and I say AAA in general is in places like LA.
Yeah. Most of them are.
It's real weird that the Bethesda games that do well are the ones that they aren't the ones developing. Fucking 76 and New Vegas.
Yeah, that's Bethesda Austin running 76.
Yeah. It's one of the ones that it's the studio that they bought and said, make a multiplayer game. Here's our piece of garbage engine that's being held together by duct tape and hope.
And they made it work.
Yep.
It came out like a fresh bag of shit, but it... like,
when it first came out, absolutely.
Yeah, but, they kept
Wait
at
a minute,
it.
this isn't hope, it's just Todd's lies.
It's just Todd's lies again. No, like, what was the one game... What the fuck was it? I'm trying to think
yeah,
of
it's
what it
enforced
was.
to be kept up. Isn't it supposed to be kept that way because it's more modder friendly because all the modders already know how it works? But it's Fallout 76 and you're not allowed to mod that game?
Like when I gave myself a Magica bar.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, how do you get into the dev room? You just teleport there. What do you mean you just teleport there? Bring up the console commands, teleport there.
Yeah, teleport there, that's why. Yeah.
Take that, Cheetah. Write us an essay of how you've been such a naughty boy, and we might unban your account.
Dude, I can't fucking believe they did that.
That is so fucking stupid.
I can't fucking believe that shit.
They wanted grown adults to write an essay as to why cheating is wrong to get their accounts back. To which everyone would say, I paid money for this. Fuck you.
I would absolutely love to know how many times, instead of an essay, they were sent a manifesto of some kind.
Or the script of the B-movie.
I'll take the script
Is that
of the
a
B-movie.
time?
At this point, I think the script of the B-movie is also a manifesto.
Yeah. That movie was shit.
Dude, Jerry Seinfeld, as a bee, cucks a human woman. No, cucks a man for a woman. That's what
He cucks Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, he cucks Patrick Warburton as a bee.
Although I will say the funniest line in the movie is Patrick Warburton's last line when he says, "When will this nightmare end?" He just screams it to a cop.
Search for Crate and Barrack Palace. Where is Untkrate? There is Untkrate. Is Untkrate
Engines
there?
held together by duct tape and gaslighting then? Correct. It just works.
Oh, you're so right. God, you're so valid.
It just works.
Just works. Remember when I was streaming 76 chat? And there was that one Blood Eagle that I threw 4 fucking grenades at and he wouldn't die? God, that was a funny clip too.
Remember when Bromad hit the damage cap for his time logging in?
Yeah! Yeah, I do! Oh, that's funny too!
When it was like 15 of us fighting a Scorch Beast, and we could actually see Bromad's damage chunking it down, everyone else doing barely anything by themselves. And then it dies, and it stops taking damage from Bromad specifically because he hit the cap for what he's allowed to do in that sitting. Oh, God.
God. That game was dog shit when it came out.
There was nothing to do.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a... Dude, there was shit and fuck. That's all there was to do in that game.
Like, the promises it let out was, you're the NPCs. We don't have any of those. You get to interact with players in a Fallout game. Okay, what's there to do? You get to interact with players in a Fallout game. Yeah, but Todd, it's a role-playing game, and there's no story.
I remember we were all sitting listening to Todd's Sweet Little Lies. And he brought that out, and he was just like, no NPCs, you're the NPC, and you, me, Broma, everyone else watching was just at the same time went,
Is that a good idea? I think one of us even said, like, during that announcement, that sounds like a real bad idea.
That does not sound great.
I think I said, yeah, but everyone's an asshole in these games.
Yeah! And you know what? True to form, we logged on 76. What happened?
Everyone was a raider.
Yes!
Hey, remember the class war with Fallout First? That doesn't happen anymore now that the game is actually good and people are okay with spending money on it.
But documented class war.
The class war happened because everyone who didn't buy Fallout First or pay for Fallout First was mad at everyone who did because the game was in no state that it should be paid for. And the private servers didn't work. So, yeah. So anyone that went into Fallout First expecting to play the game alone instead had 15 people jumping down their throat, gunning them down. Because not only did Fallout First show up on the minimap, everyone could see that you were a Fallout First paid user on the minimap.
It is so fucking funny.
Really fucking funny. Take that, Todd.
Take that, Todd.
If y'all want to know how bad Fallout 76 was day of release, look up the Internet Historian video, Fall of 76. I think that was the name of it.
God, I just remember the video, what happened with Fallout 76, like, right after it came out. And then a month later, it was what else happened?
Lightwood laminate, Lightwood laminate, Lightwood laminate, Lightwood laminate.
Sadly for Todd, this was only a dream.
You didn't even get enough atoms to buy the canvas bag in game.
Yeah. Yeah. Where the fuck is this Kevin? Gotta get this clue. I need to find I need to be wearing a particular top that can only be made out of these little fuckers for. At least I think. Yep. Is it this tunnel? I'm gonna give you like 2 more I'm gonna give you like 2 more minutes, Kevin. And then if that's the case, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna open up these caskets and we're gonna go ahead and look for the fucking grail. What fun, what joy. What fun, what joy. What fun, what joy. I love his Cost of Concordia video. He had the fucking pot of spaghetti, and then just scraped it off and went, there it is! The deets! Said that's Todd Howard's son. Dude, Todd, man, they're both trolls. I love them. I love them to death. I love how oddly charismatic Todd is, too. Whatever he fucking says, I'm like, you know what, I'm willing to hear you out. I think it's his jacket. Dude, say what you want, but Todd Howard's got a bitchin' jacket. It's the jacket entirely? Yes, I agree. Wow, there's a master clue in there? Mmm, delicious. Ooh, and Jeez-Its. My favorite. So what do I need for the Grail? Just Excalibur. Only what you bring with you. Also, I don't know what their logic was in trying to hype up 76 by having a stream with Logic and fucking Rick and Morty.
Huh.
Do you remember that?
Not at all.
Yeah, it was a really weird... It was like... It was recorded as one of the most awkward streams anyone's ever seen. Enough about Logic. I like Logic, personally.
Don't really know.
He's cool. He is a rapper, but also, you know, it was weird because I was expecting, you know, like Dev Stream or something like that. And then I get Logic and Rick and Morty, and I'm like, what the fuck? I remember watching a YouTube series, these two Brits were Alien 76 purely make settlements for people to find and use, and they got 5 episodes in before giving up because even the settlement system was somehow worse than it was in 4 back in the beginning. Oh god, Mao, don't we have opinions about building in Fallout 76, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah!
That UI is janky as shit and barely functions.
It's not great. Remember we were playing of everybody, and we were just. I remember Chara and me kept throwing grenades at the green because we were trying to get them into a golf hole. That was fun. There wasn't a whole lot to do when we were playing though. There's a lot of shit to do now, but when we were playing, nah, not so much. I don't think. It's like an entirely different game now. Like Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have a round table. Do you have any more quests for me? I'm glad you're here. I'm setting up various nights on important quests. Is one of you two would like to take up this quest? Tell me of the quest. You recently found out that the Holy Grail is passed into the world of Galenor. This is most fortuitous. None of my knights ever did return for the last time. Now you have an opportunity to give it another go. Maybe this time we'll have more luck. I'd enjoy trying that. Go speak to Merlin. He may be able to give you a better clue as to where it is now you're freedom for that crystal. He set up his workshop in the room next to a Lebrar. Oh, Merlin! Hello, King Arthur sent me on a quest for the Holy Grail. He thought that you could offer some assistance. Ah, yes, the Holy Grail. That is a powerful artifact indeed. Returning it here would help Camelot a lot. Due to its nature, a Holy Grail is likely to reside in a holy place. Any suggestions? I believe there's a holy island, somewhere not far away. I'm not entirely sure. I spent too long inside that crystal. Anyway, go talk to someone over there. I suppose you could also try speaking to Sir Galahad. He returned from the quest many years after everyone else. He sees there's something about it, but he can only speak about those experiences cryptically. We're going to find Sir Galahad. Galahad now lives a life of religious contemplation. He lives somewhere west of Grubber's Wood, I think. Time to go to Galahad's house! Oh, time to go to Galahad's house. Time to go to Galahad's house. Walking over here, going to Galahad's house. Do 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 do. Galahad's house, Galahad's house. Get the fuck out of my way, Galahad's house. Do 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 do. Jibbity boo. Here's the burger burger. Here's the big bear. Galahad. The fuck's Galahad? Galahad! There you are. What's up, buddy? Oh, my home. It's rare for me to have guests. Would you like a cup of tea? I'll just put the kettle on. I'm on a quest to find the Holy Grail. Ah, the Grail, yes. That did fill me with wonder. Oh, but I could have stayed forever. The spear, the food, the people. So how can I find it? I did not find it through looking, though admittedly I looked long and hard. Eventually it found me. Well, why'd you leave? And the time's getting close when the world will need Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table once again. That includes me. Even is tough for me, so I took a small cloth from the table as a keepsake. I better get on with the quest. Half a moment, your cup of tea's ready. Stir, Galahad. If you come across any particularly difficult obstacles on your quest, do not hesitate to ask my advice. I know more about the realm of the Grail than many, and I have a feeling you may need to come back and speak to me anyway. Why'd you bring the Grail with you? I'm not sure, because it seemed to be needed in the Grail Castle? Yes! How the fuck do I do this one again? There we go. Oh, I gotta go to Intrana. Yay! Goody! Joy! And whatnot. Fucking hate going here. At least there's a bank deposit box here now. In old school, I'd go to Intrana, forget to take off my sword or anything that could be used to mildly kill somebody, have to run all the way back to Falador, run back. There's one thing I forgot, run all the way back to Falador, run all the way back here. Oh, how I hated it. The ship rises in Intrana. Yay! Now let's talk to the Lorb. The music's here is pretty. Hello, High Priest guy. How about you? Can I talk to you? No. There's somebody. Where's the High Priest again? I gotta talk to you. Welcome to our fair island. What can you tell me about this place? I'm in search of the Holy Grail. The island which you speak of did once pass through Holy Intrana. I know not where it is, however, nor do I really care. Did you save a Grail? You're a Grail Knight, yes? Well, you best hurry. A Fisher King is in pain. I would, but I don't know where I'm going. Go to where the six head face. Blow the whistle and away you go. What do you mean by the whistle? You don't know about the whistles yet? The whistles are easy. You'll need one to get to and from the Fisher King's realm. They reside in a haunted manor house in Misthalane. They may not perceive them unless you carry something from the realm of the Fisher King. What the fuck is a Fisher King? The Fisher King is the owner and slave of the Grail. Nice. Gonna explain more? No? Alright. The 6 stone heads have appeared just recently in the world. They're all face the point of Realm Crossing. The point of Realm Crossing? The realm of the Fisher King is not quite of this reality. This reality very close to ours, though. That is where it is easiest to cross. That is a point of Realm Crossing. Find where 2 of the heads face, and you should be able to pinpoint where it is. Cool. I'll go searching. I suppose. Back to Galahad!
Fuck yeah. God, it throws me off every time just seeing Santa Claus.
I know, right?
Oh, oh, oh. Why is the fast travel Santa Claus?
Oh, because I made it that.
Okay, it's just a skin.
Yeah, it's just a skin.
My fast travel skin. I summon Santa
Santa.
because I'm a good boy.
Santa, I am the goodest boy. Yeah, like, where is combat animations, arrest animations, Proudwa.
Are you winning, kids? Hey, Thero.
Hey, Thera, what's up, man? I can't remember I can't remember how to go ahead and see what teleport options I have. So I'm stuck with Santa for the time being until I remember.
I'm stuck with Santa Claus until I remember how to change who teleports me.
My favorite one was I was doing some scoring in this game and I teleported to the Divinity minigame. And the dude I was next to went, "Holy shit, it's Santa." Just there we go. Galahad! Give me your thing so I can give me your thing so I can find a whistle. Let's see. Where would you leave? If I could borrow that, it could come in useful in my quest. We'd likely pass you a small cloth. Yes, give me my tea!
Delicious tea.
Holy table napkin. Yes! Yes! Meow again.
God, so everyone can just see you summon Santa Claus when you do that?
Yeah. It's so good.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho! It's Santa time, motherfucker!
Your mistletoe is no match for my toe missile.
Oh, I love Futurama.
It's so fucking dumb.
So fucking stupid.
It keeps getting revivals.
It does. Do you remember you sending me the picture of fucking Dr. Manhattan? It's 1999 and I'm watching the premiere of Futurama.
Yeah. That happens again. And then it happens again.
Fucking Christ. Alright. Armed with the holy blade Excalibur, we make our way north to the spooky castle. The spooky house. To get a fucking whistle.
Man, that show went so surreal with every fucking episode.
What, Futurama?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
What if we just go like Nightmare Factory in everything we do? Man, Disenchanted was shit.
Disenchanted was ass. The only thing I laughed at was the street gravy bit.
Yeah.
That was the only time I laughed at that show. All the elves run up the hill, then they're all dead, flowing down the fucking river of filth.
That was so fucking funny.
It was so fucking funny, dude. And then the rest of the episode was shit.
Yeah. I don't even remember anything else from that show.
Eric Andre had some good scenes. The fucking human girl had some good scenes. Every time Elfo was on the screen, I wanted to fucking die. Fucking hated Elfo.
Help, I'm drowning! I'm Elfo! Main reason you watched was for Eric Andre? Yeah, but he wasn't even a funny character.
Yeah, but he wasn't even that funny half the damn time. How are you gonna do that? You have Eric Andre. He's a clown.
We're shitting on Enchanted. Yep. Hey, Bracky.
Yeah, we're shitting on it.
You hear Eric Andre, and the first thought is Disenchanted. Either that or Ichiban, but Ichiban's fun.
Dude, I remember Lance Reddick punching a hole through his desk. You need a new desk.
I remember when Eric Andre was the CEO of a confectionaries company, and they gave him the power of a space laser.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's a weird game.
I remember, fucking... What the fuck was it?
I'm afraid there is no way out.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Oh, hey, Bromed.
Hey, buddy.
How'd Hat in Time go with Goober?
We're looking for the Grail, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually in the right space. How the fuck do I get out of here? Am I just trapped here now? Oh, no, I can just go that way. Wait, no, I'm way lost. Fuck it, back to Draenor we go. We'll just do this from the top again. Thank you for the raid, Bromed.
Hell yeah.
How y'all doing?
Take us away, Santa Claus.
Take me away, Santa.
Fucking Santa Claus.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. I slaved like a beast for that fucking thing, too. I did everything in the Christmas event. Because I missed everything. I gotta get, well, you know.
You gotta do everything to unlock Santa Claus. I'm coming, Santa.
Remember I was making so many Christmas decorations that this dude next to me was just concerned. He was like, I always see you here. I'm like, yep.
Grinding out Christmas decorations so I can go ride Santa.
But Christmas, but...
I'm maxing out my Christmas cheer.
Yo,
Are you cheerful?
Yo, I'm Yule Maxing. Do you fucking mind?
Yule maxing.
Yeah, the reason I have 72 construction is actually all because of the Christmas event, because all I did was fucking do construction.
You gotta farm for that Santa Claus.
It was so fucking funny. Dude, I knew when the logout timer was. So what I would do is I would just stand there and just make, if I needed to leave the house, I would just go ahead and make snowballs. You make an infinite amount of snowballs. So I would just do that. And then I would just fucking leave, because I knew for like a half hour I'd be making snowballs. Don't gotta worry about shit. Hello, scorpions. Do not bite me, scorpion. Gold rocks! We can make our fortune.
I'm looking at the time. I think I got dinner soon. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be heading off.
You take her easy, buddy. I'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
You have a good rest of your stream, buddy.
Take her easy, pal.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Black Knight Titan. Oh, this model looks so hideous. Yeah, that was one of my favorite Christmas movies, Striker. There we go. Homeboy is dead. Our crops are failing. How shall I feed myself this winter? Good question. I think I gotta talk to a dude over here. No? Am I wrong? After you've killed him, cross. Yeah, there's like a fisher guy somewhere around here. I know that. Oh, there he is. He's right there. I'm right. Hi, I don't get many visitors here. How's the fishing? Not amazing. Not many fish can live in this gungy stuff. I remember this is a pleasant river, teeming with every sort of fish. Any idea how to get into the castle? Why, that's easy. Just ring one of the bells outside. I didn't see any bells. You must be blind then. There's always bells there when I go to the castle. Hello, Belle. Ring! Welcome to the Grail Castle. You should come inside. It's cold out there. Somehow you're now inside the castle. Welcome to the Grail Castle. Hello. This place looks terrible. Hello there, Fisher King. Ah, you got inside at last. You spent all that time fumbling around outside. I thought you'd never make it here. How do you know what I've been doing? Oh, I can see what's happened in my realm. I've sent clues to help get you here, such as the fisherman and the crone. You don't look too well. Nope, I don't feel so good either. I fear my life is running short. Alas, my son and his heir is not here. I'm waiting for my son to return to this castle. If you could find my son, that'd be a great weight off my shoulders. Who's your son? He is known as Percival. I believe he's a knight of the Round Table. I'll see if I can find him. See you soon, King! Take me away, Santa!
Ho, ho, ho!
Ah. He ends up like having Santa-itis at the end, though. He does. He does. Percival. You're not Percival. You're Lancelot. You're Sir Bedivere. Where the fuck is Sir Percival? Do you have a knight named Sir Percival? I remember young Percival. He rode off on a quest a couple months ago. We're getting worried. He's not back yet. He was going to try to recover the golden boots of Arcaneses. Any idea which way would that be? Not exactly. He discovered some magic golden feathers that were said to point the way to the boots. He certainly points somewhere. Just blowing on them gently will supposedly show you the way to go. To the Goblin Village. Oh, Sir Percival! What the fuck is this guy? Prod sex. The sack wriggles slightly. Open sex. Wow, thank you. I can hardly breathe in there. How'd you end up in a sack? It's a little embarrassing, really. I was going on a long and challenging quest to retrieve the boots of Arcaneses, defeating many powerful enemies on the way. I fell into a goblin trap. I've been kept as a slave here for the last 3 months. A day or so ago, he said it was a fun game to put me in the sack, then they forgot about me. I'm now very hungry, and my bones feel very stiff. Your father wishes to speak to you. Have you spoken to him recently? He's dying and wishes you to be his heir. I've been told that before. I've not been able to find that castle again, though. Well, I do have the means to get us there. Magic whistle. I'll see you there. Cool. Now we go back to Caramdur. Craziest holiday movie? Oh, God. I like Christmas movies, so that's not a great one for me. If I could change to my favorite one, probably Elf. Elf's just fun. Elf's just a fun movie. Oh, golly, is it warm. Hey, it looks a lot nicer here. Oh, happy day. Suddenly your crops are growing again. It'll be a bumper harvest this year. Hot damn. Flower. King Percival. You missed all the excitement. I got here and agreed to take over duties as king here. But before my eyes, the most miraculous changes occurred here. Grass and trees are growing outside before our very eyes. Thank you very much for showing me the way home. Easternmost room. Oh, look at that. He's happy. And I got the Grail, so I'm happy. And back we go. Take me away, Santa! Away!
Ho, ho, ho.
King Arthur is going to lose his shit when we go ahead and show him this. How goes thy quest? I retrieved the Grail. Wow, incredible. You truly are a splendid knight. Hell yes! Oh, that 60 prayer! Oh, yeah, baby! Number! And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end stuff for today. Thank you all so much for being here. You guys have yourself a great rest of your day, and thank you for your supporting me. Where are we going to send the party on? Who is on that I know? No one is on that I know. Well, that works for me. Well, you guys have yourself a good rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, y'all.